All right, looks like we're live. Sorry, I was just getting things posted to social media. Already at 3 likes. That's better compared to yesterday. Stingy like Thursday, we're going to call it. Already at 3. Starting, I guess, yeah, I'm about 5 minutes early. That's okay. I don't think anybody's going to complain about that. All right. Ugh. Turned away for a second, and there it was. Hey, Rocky, how are you? As always, if you can hear me, can you just click, give me the number 1 in the chat box? If I sound okay, you can hear me, all that good stuff. This random crash that happened today. Oh, I don't know if it was rain. I mean, nobody knew it was going to be that big of a one, but I don't know if it was random. The market's in a downtrend. Hey Clay, am I doing options or futures? I'm doing futures. I used to do options, used to do stocks, but those things are garbage. From a day trading standpoint, options and stocks are garbage compared to futures. For those of you, I think there was like 3 of you here. I was getting ready to draw this and I looked over because I was making sure my connection was okay. And then I looked back and then it moved and made I was trying to draw that trend line. I know. Sure you were, Clay. Sure you would have taken it. Fair enough. Fair enough. How do you think it's going to go to... How low do you think it's... Oh, I have no idea. I have no idea. Right now, maybe a double bottom here. But yeah, on these days, nobody knows. As always, if you have a request for something and you want me to get to it for sure, $5 super chats make it happen. Or if you have a question, you don't have to do a super chat, but as is the well, I was going to say as the policy's been for basically a month now. Yeah, I don't make any promises. I'll see your question, get your request. So if you're in a stock or a crypto or whatever, I'll take a look at it, do an analysis. You don't have to do the $5 super chat, but all the $5 super chat is doing is making sure that I see it and that I get to it right away. Because even if you request it, I may not get to it or see your message until 20, 30 minutes from after the time you leave the message. So, again, no need to do it, but that's just a way to make sure that it happens and it happens right away. So yeah, still kind of in a potential double bottom right now. Like I said, Rocky, that was kind of my polite way to hint to you. I have no interest in looking at LYT right now. I'm watching this, but $5 super chats will make that happen. So I see your spam about LYT about 40 times now. I see you, buddy. But like I said, right now I'm interested in potentially making a trade here, so I'm going to keep my eyes on this. But again, $5 super chats, that would be the benefit. Trend line. Let's get this in play. Let's see if the price starts to respect this trend line into the future as the stream continues to progress. We'll see if that lower trend line comes into play. You're up 1,000. I'm getting out at 28. I think you mean 2,800, not 28,000. Oh wait, I'm sorry. No, that's what you said. 2,800. All right. Well, I guess you need $1,800 more. Clay, you don't trade stocks no more. No, Jay, no. Stocks are garbage. Day trading, stocks are total garbage compared to futures, what I'm doing right now. Because of Pam's plant. Pam's plant is the ultimate argument on why day trading stocks, day trading options, day trading crypto, day trading Forex is a total waste of your time, a waste of your capital. So to Rocky, to Jay, somebody else was asking about, to Nixon was asking about SOFI. Why are you guys wasting your time with stocks? Waste of time, waste of capital. Pam's plant. Whoops, I'm not even on Pam's plant. We got to fix that. Let me get to Pam's plant real quick. There's Pam's plant. So right here, Pam's plant, as far as futures, there's no pattern day trader rule. They're basically open all the time. There's fantastic movement. You can control it. You can short whatever you want, whenever you want. You don't have to pay extra. You don't have to scan for anything. You don't have to pay for scanners because you just trade the same thing every day. Then with a prop firm, there's very, very little money required. There's great risk control because they put good quality rules upon you. And then it's a way to protect your own money because, again, it requires very little of your money to be put at risk. And then you can do copy trading. So you can make one trade but have it copied to other accounts, which just creates potentially explosive growth. And then tax reporting is easy because all you do is put in a 1099. So that is a very, very, very quick version of Pam's plant. But that is why I am doing futures through the prop firm. If we aren't day trading stocks, well, like I said, if you want to be a day trader, but I'm saying don't do stocks. That's where Pam's plan comes into play. Trade futures through a prop firm. I gotta go. I gotta go to my live stream. Okay, there we go. The account that I don't mind putzing around in. Thinking about buying the down around here. JK Adventures, LYT looks like a... Okay, they were talking about... Yeah, Jay. Yeah, my answer was Pam's plant, but I'm thinking you probably asked that question before I even explained it. But that is why. That is the very quick version, but... I mean, right off the get-go, Jay, I mean, do you have $25,000? Because if you don't, then I'm sure you're well aware of that very annoying pattern day trading rule. Futures... There is no pattern day trading rule. So that, like, in and of itself, I would say for most people should be convincing enough. So, I mean, this thing just continues to drop and did not care about that trend line really at all. Day trade stocks that are a quarter of a cent or less. That sounds like a cruel joke. I hope that's just joking advice. You cannot day trade stocks. That's got to be a joke. For a quarter cents or less, yeah. So you're saying day trade penny stocks with that have no volume, or that volume can disappear in a heartbeat? That's, yeah. I'm pretty sure you're joking. I'm saying right? Reaffirm me, JK Adventures. You're saying that tongue in cheek, right? Whoops. No, Mike, I just keep my head down and do my own thing. Can't say I really follow anybody. If you are enjoying, I forgot to say this. So if you've been here before and you know you're going to enjoy this, make sure you hit that like button. The goal is, once again, 110 likes. But if you've never been here before, if this is your first time, welcome. Great to have you. No need to hit the like button, though, because I totally understand you don't know if you're going to like this or not. But if you have been before, make sure you hit that like button. I already tried penny stocks, and that's why it's got to be a joke. Penny stocks are like a total, absolute joke. Now, the argument for penny stocks is, well, yeah, you don't need a lot of money, but you can make a lot of money. Yeah, except you have the pattern day trend rule. You have liquidity traps because penny stocks are historic for volume just disappearing in a heartbeat. And you can make, and all your money is at risk. So if you get stuck in one of these crazy trades on a penny stock, that's your money you're losing. That's not the case with prop firms. Let's see. So yeah, this trend line here was more of a curiosity point. Did not play. And look at that. So, I mean, just quick, and this will mean more to those of you that were here at the beginning. If you weren't, you'll just have to trust me, or you can go back and watch the replay when it goes live. But at the very beginning of the stream, I put in that trend line right there. It broke through the trend line. So and for those of you that have been on the stream, you've heard me talk about this probably time and time again. The back test and go. So it broke down, came back up, and look at it. A back test of the previous key breakout. Back tested it. Look at that. Beautiful. And then back down it went. I mean, it doesn't really get any better than that. You could throw that one right into a textbook if you really wanted to. Truly beautiful. And my internet has still been kind of squirrely. So I'm curious. I'm running a speed test right now to see what my internet's actually at. It's been going on for about, oh yeah. Great. Great. Yep. That explains why it's buffering every now and then. Because my internet is still not where it should be. It went out last night because they were doing work on it. Oh, yep. And the upload. Yeah, that's not good. And I pay for the fiber, so that's supposed to be like 1 gigahertz, and that's supposed to be at least 50. So, well, hopefully it holds up. Hopefully it's manageable. Hopefully it's not buffering every 2 seconds. I want to call them right now. Just like, hey, you said your service was, because I got a text this morning, everything's back online, restored. No, it's not. We'll see how it goes, though. Hey, Mike. There is kind of a rule. If you're going to show up and promote others, please don't do that. I know that you're not doing it intentionally, but, and I know some people, it's not, there's just a fine balance because I don't know who people are. So I have no idea if you're what this person is promoting, is talking about. So I'm going to go ahead and delete that. That's why. So let's just refrain from showing up and starting to, talk about other people, promote other people. Because like I said, I keep my head down for the most part, and I have no idea who these other people are. And I'm not really looking to have my stream be like some sort of funnel to other people. Again, Mike, you've been here before, so I know you had no ill will, no malicious intent. But that would be the explanation on why that message was just deleted. Well, I could see people going long now. It's going sideways here. You could have a tight stop. I mean, yeah. Like you enter here, stop right here, something like that. Just kind of a quick either bounce or you want to get out. I might actually take something like that. We'll see if it wants to come back down there. Because I'd get my answer real quick. And those are the trades I like the most. Where you're going to kind of know, you're going to get feedback right away. Either you're right or you're wrong because it's going to stop you out right away or it's not. Very good. Up to 19 likes already. Again, if you enjoy, hit that like button. That is definitely the easiest way to communicate. Beautiful. That trend line right there belongs right into a textbook. What's the ES doing right now? Kelvin, are you still in? Did you get your price target yet, or are you still waiting? Where are you at? Yeah. ES kind of has a little miniature. They don't quite have the flat bottom. They have a more of a potential flush area there. Hey, it's Pickles. I'm so stressed out. Why are you so stressed out, Pickles? Being stressed as a trader is a sign you don't know what you're doing. Something is wrong as a trader if you are stressed. I'm waiting for a potential drop to 19,500. Oh, you're talking NQ, or you're talking just, yeah, the N 19. Oh, down here? Yeah. Well, the longs that were, were kind of playing ball here. They're getting a nice little move. I blew too many accounts scalping. I'll wait this time. Wow. Yeah, well, congratulations to those longs. I wish this one would have come down one more time. Whoa, 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 whoa. All right. Did somebody say something? What time is it? No, 11:10. Wouldn't it be a news time? Did Trump tweet? Is there a speech going on? And by the way, if I do just disappear, I guess potentially two reasons. One, it's very windy here in Iowa today. And then two, my internet has been acting goofy. And as I just checked with the speed test, it's hanging in there, but it's by no means what it should be at. So if I just disappear, maybe stick with me for like 5 minutes, see if I come back. But after that, I did not just bail on people. I make no bones about the fact that I don't know what I'm doing. So why are you trading then, Pickles? Why not learn how to trade? Then you asked yesterday about the stuff I offered, didn't you, Pickles? Why don't you learn how to trade? I mean, I understand right now you're trying to learn how to trade, but the fact that you're stressed shows that you're not really doing too well in that regard. Rocky, like I said, my friend, I'll do it right now for the $5 super chat, but this is great action, so I'm not going to pull myself away. But if you want to do the $5 super chat for LYT, I will hop over to it per the rules that I've set up. Again, that's why I know you've said that. It's noted, and we'll see if I can get to it. But like I said, I don't make any promises. Again, that I'll see a question, that I'll do a request or anything unless the $5 super chat, just because, like I said, I don't want to pull myself away from action like this. Because this is some good stuff right now. All right, so what I'm interested in is if this wants to come up here and just as a... So the nice thing about prop firms is you can have multiple accounts too. So the account that I've been working on right down here, I had a fine day. I mean, in hindsight, I wish I could have done a little bit better, but that's all hindsight. But this account I have for the streaming, so I can be a little bit more kind of... try to get some trades on so people can see futures, because I know a lot of people have never even seen futures trading. As has been a test, a lot of people are talking about stocks, which is fine. That's kind of a main goal of all this, is I want people to be aware that futures trading exists, and it's way better for the category of day trading. If you want to be a day trader, then there is nothing better than day trading futures through a prop firm. And that is where Pam's Plant comes into play. If you know of Pam's Plant, and if you agree with Pam's Plant, make sure you hit that like button. We're at 21 likes. We're doing well. I would love to see if we could get to 50 likes before 30-minute mark. So we actually have about 11 and a half minutes to see if we can get this to 50 likes. I'm one of those guys. I don't have 4K. Well, no, I mean, what money are you using right now to trade with, Pickles? If you're trying to teach yourself how to trade with your own money, and I don't know what 4K has to do with anything, though. Man, not a single like after that comment about Pam's Plant. People don't like Pam's Plant? Okay, I could see a potential short here, and I'm thinking about it. Hey, Mike, $10. Appreciate that, Mike. Are you doing prop firms, Pickles? What are you trading exactly? Let's hop over here and do the micros. All right, let's get short. Where's my stop? Put it up here. Give it a little bit of wiggle room. Okay, this thing's either going to get rejected back down. I'll look to take off a profit down there, that green line, and then I'll start to move my stop. So very simple premise. This thing either is going to get rejected back down or it's going to keep going up, and I'll take a loss on it. And that's okay. Let's see if it wants to pull back some more. I sense rejection, weak support. Well, we'll see. Yep. So, okay. Well, Pickles, on that note, at least prop firms will give you a lot longer runway. Because one dumb thing with your own money, that could all be gone in a hurry. Come on. A little bit more. Oh, are you kidding me? Come on down. Come on. Hit me. How are you not hitting me? All right. Got that. Now my stop loss is up here. So this will be a winning trade no matter what. Again, my stop loss is in front of my entry. So like I said, this will be a winning trade no matter what. I'm going to bring my stop loss down now to the high of that candle or slightly above it. So let's see if we can get some bleeding. If it wants to come down here, I'll take another one off. But if not, I got my stop loss right there. So I am in a very stress-free spot right now because the only stress I have right now is not knowing how much money I'm going to make. Because it's not a question of if I make money. I'm making money. I just don't know how much. And stopped out there. So there we go. $113 on that one. So I'll take it. I like those trades where you just sit there and the only worry, the only concern is how much money am I going to make? Relax Ardu, good morning. Oh, I got you, Pickles. I got you. Did anybody take that trade? Anybody? Anybody? Thanks for introducing me to futures. Mike, that's so nice of you. So like right there, I want people to know that Pam's plant right here, there's a whole lot. I mean, Mike literally just gave me $10 to say, hey, thanks for telling me about futures. He gave me $10 to thank him for sharing Pam's plant with him. So like, just keep that in mind. Like this is not me just saying it just for the sake of saying it. There is good, solid reasoning behind it. So thanks, Mike. And yeah, I'm glad you trusted me enough to at least give futures trading through a prop firm a try. Do you recommend putting in more than one trade a day as someone who just became profitable? Well, if you want to be a day trader, then yeah, by definition, you're probably trading more than once a day. Ooh, is there another trade here? If it pushes up through here, I'll do one, but this seems pretty strong. So let's go one here, and then I'll put my stop up here. If I get filled. And I'm in. So let's see if we can get some follow through now. There we go. To move my stop down to make sure it's a winning trade now. Because I want a quick flush. Come on. Keep coming down. Come on. Push. Push. It's a winning trade no matter what now, but it's just a matter of is this thing going to kind of just release and get rejected right back down. There we go. I'm going to move it down some more. Come on, my friend. Keep coming down. Come on. The weather's real nice down at 580. Moved it down some more. Moved it down some more. Come on, keep coming. Come on. Release the hounds. There we go, my friend. Come down some more. And out there for another trade. Why didn't I do 3? Should have done 3 like I did that first one. But I thought that was a little bit higher of a risk trade, but I was wrong in that sense. That trade worked out very nicely. So there we go. Now 580, is this Is that a key support? Break here, does it at minimum go down and retest those areas? I could see that. I'm not interested though in taking it on this candle. I want to see a little bit of consolidation build out before I'd even think about taking that break. Could you do more in-depth videos on how to start day trading, on how to get it all set up? Like, are you talking about this platform here, Brian? Like what you're looking at, how to get all this set up? Is that what you're talking about? I'm doing 10 contracts. Which contracts are you doing, Calvin? Again, we got about 4 minutes. I don't know if we're going to hit 50, but again, if you're enjoying, hit that like button. Did anybody take any of these shorts with me at all? Okay, that's what you're talking about. I have already done that, Brian. Let me find that video for you real quick. Because you are not the first person to ask. There we go. So, Brian, BR, there we go. There we go. That is how you get everything set up. That takes you through basically you making the purchase of the prop firm. So hopefully you use my code, hopefully you use my link, Brian, and then that'll take you through and show you how to set this up exactly as you're seeing here. Your intro to futures video you were very helpful to me to make me switch from options. Nice. Would you recommend anyone here? Would you recommend to anyone here to explore? Would recommend to anyone here to explore them. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad I've converted somebody else out of the world of options, which is a total just joke. Because here in options, and those of you that trade options, I mean, look at this. There is so much money that could have been made here. Oh my goodness. Anyways, but in the world of options, this action right here is an absolute killer. Any sort of sideways action in options because of theta, because of time erosion, is an absolute nasty monster. And there is no theta. There are no Greeks in futures. Now, I need to see at least one more candle. I will say this though, if this candle comes up here and then comes back down, I'd be interested in shorting right here at the 580 with the target at least down to there, if not even lower. But like I said, I'm not quite confident if I want to see it consolidate a little bit more. You seem so supportive and nice. I mean, I'm nice. Some people don't think I'm nice, but I'm just kind of direct and I just I'm the person that will just tell you what you need to hear as opposed to what you want to hear. And some people confuse that with being mean. Check SP. What's SP? And remember, so this goes back, again, I'm just putting the learning lesson into play here for those of you that, if you're watching this in the archive after it's already happened, but for those of you that were not here at the beginning of the live stream, I put that trend line into play. And then not that long ago, I was talking about how we had a great example of this was a support. And when supports are broken, you can always look to play the back test and go. It back tested it right there. And then you just saw me putting my money where my mouth was, right? Came up here, and what was I doing? Part of that was playing the back test once again. Getting short right up around that trend line. And once again, that former support trend line has once again rejected the price back down. So just classic back test and go type setups. Granted, we also had the 21 EMA coming down, so it was kind of like a double whammy. Right. Take care, Brian. Again, if you don't mind, if you want to support the channel, Brian, use the link that's here. And that is a way to support the live stream, support the channel. Well, there's the break. It did not quite give me the setup, but if you're like, Clay, I don't need another candle, well, congratulations. It's looking pretty good for you. Especially if you're a scalper. You're probably already out as a scalper because you got about 20 points now already. Emmy, Clay, come here like a dragon, but he's really not just tracked. Why? I don't know about that, Emmy. Some people are just a little soft. Some people seek to be offended. But you are right. Why beat around the bush? But that's what I mean about society. Is society looks at that. They look at somebody that's direct and not beating around the bush and just wants to be efficient with time, and then they come to that conclusion. That's what I come across as. But that's my point. That's a problem with society these days. It's like, you're mean. Why am I mean? Because you're telling me the truth and you're being direct and you're being blunt. That's mean. Evil Shadex, my drawdown went from 2K to 1K and I blew an account by accident today. Ah. Well, you know what? Evil Shadex, I will say this. You have proven that you can pass the test, so that is always a good step in the right direction. So to try to look at the glass as half full, look at that. I mean, I'm not patting myself on the back. I'm not. I am patting charts, technical analysis on the back. If you don't understand technical analysis, if you don't understand charts, you've got to learn. Sure, I'd love to teach you. I'd love for you to get my course. But even if that's not the case, like, still learn. You all just heard me say this. If this level breaks, where's the target? Right down there. Well, Clay, technically speaking, it didn't hit the white line. Okay, you're right. It didn't. But can we all agree it got very close? It got very, very close to hitting that white line where I said was the potential target. But I tell you what, if this level falls, oh boy. This right here is becoming very, very apparent. You got to think that everybody and their brother's uncle is now watching this as an area of support. So if that level fails to the downside, could get nasty. Well, could get nasty for the bulls, but if you're a bear and going short, it could get very pleasant for you. Newbie to trading, is there any brokers you would recommend? Yes, I recommend trading futures through a prop firm. And the prop firm that I recommend is who you see at the link, and that is a Take Profit Trader. And the way it works is you can just go and you can buy certain amounts of purchasing power. So if you want 25,000 of purchasing power, it would cost you 105. And then you have to prove yourself as a trader, and you have to pass this test. What is the test? Well, in the 25,000 account, you'd have to make $1,500, but you're not allowed to lose $1,500. And then after you pass, you would move into a pro account, and then this is where you get to start to keep the money you make. You would get to keep 80% of it. Pro plus, you would get to keep 90. And the reason why I really like pro accounts, especially as a new person, Alexis, is if you do something really stupid, and we all do stupid stuff, yeah, you'd fail the test, quote unquote, because if a stupid thing cost you $1,500, but did it actually cost? So let's say this, Alexis, you're like, wow, that was really dumb, but I learned a lot. Well, would you rather have, wow, that was really dumb, but I learned a lot, cost you $1,500, which it would be if you're using your own money. But in this situation, it would only have cost you $105, because at that point you would have failed the test. They would take the account away from you. You can always try again, but my point here is that I would rather have those, oops, that was dumb, but I learned a lot. I'd rather have that only cost somebody $105 as opposed to $1,500. Or in the 100,000 purchasing power, cost somebody, $231 as opposed to $3,000, right? Because if you lose $3,000 for during this test, that's where they would take it away from you. So that's what I would recommend. Oh boy, do we go again? Do we go again? Let's extend this line out. I could see it. I could see trying to play the back test once again. What's your chart's time frame? What we're looking at here is the 2-minute, but off screen, I'm also looking at other time frames too. True, this generation is ashamed of nothing and offended of... That's a good way to put it. Yeah, I'm on the 2-minute, but just keep in mind I'm working with multiple monitors, so off screen I'm working with other time scales. Relax Ardu. A lot of stops you're going to hit when that daily low breaks. Yeah, no, exactly. I think there's a lot of long stops, rightfully so, right below that area. But I tell you what, a lot of accounts were blown today. People that were trying to catch falling knives, average down, they paid a heavy price today. But again, I hope those people were using prop firms, because if you are not using a prop firm, this is potentially like your account's gone, meaning like all your money's gone that you put in that account. With a prop firm, yeah, sure, many prop firms were probably blown up, but again, a prop firm being quote unquote blown up actually is only costing the person, for a 50,000 purchasing power, it's only cost that person 119. So sure, blowing up means they lost $2,000 trying to catch the knife, but it actually only cost them out of their pocket 119. But yeah, that's so this does seem to now kind of be an official support zone. We have the top part of the zone right here, bottom part of the zone right here. So I think it'll take quite a bit to push down through there, but you got to think longs are thinking that, which is why if it does push down through there, the longs are going to be like, uh-oh, I'm out. But right now, longs are feeling pretty good. They're getting another bounce. Again, I'm watching that area up there, potentially for another short. We'll see. Again, if you are enjoying, make sure you smash that like button. That's how I use this for communication on whether or not you are finding this stuff helpful. Still new to the live stream game. Still trying to figure out if I actually want to continue. Still trying to figure out if people find value. And the only way I know how to quantify if people are finding value is through super chats and hitting the like button. So if you are enjoying, if you feel like you're learning or just entertained or whatever, anything positive that I would associate with value, because even if you're just entertained, even if you think I'm a goofball, hey, that's still some value in the form of entertainment. Hit the like button. So if you're finding entertainment, let me know. MACD crossing up. Are you talking about on this one? BK dot? Clay, how many tests have you passed since you started? Multiple. I don't know off the top of my head, but multiple tests. I will say this though, the one that I have not passed yet, that is the bane of my existence, is the 150,000. I have not passed this one. I'll show you. So I've passed the 25, passed the 50, passed the 100. I've never even tried a 75. 75, I could be totally wrong here, but I don't know. This one just seems kind of goofy. I'm not sure. I don't know. There's nothing, in my opinion, and I'm not the be-all, end-all. I could be totally wrong. For all I know, to be fair, 75,000 is actually like the sweet spot, like the best account, the best test to try to go through. But I don't know. In my mind, I'm just not seeing it. So I've never even tried the 75K. Don't really have any interest. I mean, I guess maybe I'll do it sometime as just a challenge. But with the 150, I've blown up a few 150s. And I talked about that a couple weeks ago. I think with 150, I get overconfident. Because, I mean, you can sit there. You can go up to 15 of the really volatile contracts. You can do 150 of the less. You have $4,500 cushion. So that's a lot of wiggle room to work with. So, but I think that's building up a false sense, and has built up a false sense of maybe like, so therefore I can be super, super aggressive. And it just hasn't worked out. So yeah, I've failed several of these ones, blown up the accounts. But like I said, total pass, I don't know. All I can really say is I passed 25, passed 50, passed 100. But this is the bane. And that is what I'm working on with this account right here. So just trying to take it slow and steady for this one. But this account here that we're looking at, this is what I'm kind of calling my live stream account. 51 likes, fantastic. The goal is 110. Do you do copy trades? No, not yet. I should probably get into it. Oh boy. Do we try? I mean, can the back test really work again? At some point, you got to just think that this trend line no longer matters. It's mattered once. It's mattered multiple times here. It doesn't matter again. I mean, I have plenty of wiggle room. Maybe I do a false break of it. So entry here. Yeah. Let's do that. I'll go one there, and then I'll put my stop right up above these highs. There we go. There's a trade plan. So there's my little risk box. I'm risking about 12 points, which is still quite a bit on just one micro. Or is it going to, look, it pretty much did reject off of it. Didn't hit it exactly, but pretty close. Maybe I should trust the trend line. I don't trust it anymore. I do think maybe there's a fake break of it. But looking like at this point, I should have trusted it. Maybe. We'll see. Rob, morning. Just stumbled on your stream. It was in my algo. Oh, good. Well, that's good, Rob. That's very helpful feedback, actually. Haven't been looking at trading videos lately, but I have in the past. Can you talk about what ticker you're trading real quick? Yeah, I'm trading futures right now, Rob. So futures is not a stock or anything like that. Stocks have tickers. So I'm doing the futures market, and the futures market is very beneficial because in the stock and option world, if you don't have $25,000, then you cannot day trade as much as you want. But in futures, there's no rule like that. So you can day trade, you can buy and sell in the same day as much as you want in futures. Plus, I'm doing it through a prop firm. So a prop firm, my risk is very minimal because the amount that you have to put on the line is very, very small. So this is the futures market, and the futures market, due to what I like to call Pam's plan here, is just really way better as far as day trading day trading stocks, options, forex, or crypto. Pam's plan is what it's known by. So I would highly recommend considering futures trading because it really does offer a whole lot of benefits. Namely, like I said, no pattern day trading rule. Look at it. Look at it respecting that trend line. The power of charts. Crazy. I don't know. Maybe I should be trusting this trend line. And Rob, do you know anything about futures? When I say futures, like I've never even heard of that. Press the like button before you. Thank you, Sifa. That 50 EMA is right there too. No, I don't know. This is the 50 SMA. That is not an EMA. New here, man. I ain't never seen someone draw a trend line like that. No. Is that an insult? Like, what are you doing? That's the most random thing. Are you saying I don't know what I'm doing? Is that like a clever? That fair enough. Fair enough. But right there, shame on me. Looking like I should have trusted that trend line. We have ourselves yet another back test rejection. You introduced me to ES trading 7 years ago. I have been losing money since. Oh, well. Have you taken any of my classes, Nasir? So I shared ES trading. Have you taken any of my classes, though, Nasir? Futures is like a very heavy basket of stocks. Oh, yeah. Like I said, and then, so Rob, so the futures market, this one, now I'm actually a little scared of that order because now I'm thinking, okay, this trend line has proven itself. If it breaks, oh, look at this double whammy. All right, I got to get short here. I'm in. Double whammy of resistance right there. Trend line and that 50 SMA. Very tight stop. If it pushes up through, I'll have to bow out, but you got to take that trade. Trend line and 50 SMA right here. Doesn't mean it'll work. Is it really gonna? Why this? There we go. Come on. There we go. Nope. That's a remaining rejection. Might have been a little too trigger happy. But I was looking at that as a very heavy resistance, as in once it started to come down like it was, like for it to really start to come down. But I may have not have been patient enough on that one. Maybe I need to give it a little bit more time to get rejected back down. So the ego is like, please just go back up so I don't look stupid. But yeah, I was viewing that as a very heavy resistance, double whammy, trend line, 50 period. So I thought that would be like a boom, and the price would just drop straight down. But yeah, as it came down, it wasn't quite going. Think about this trade right here. I don't know who was here for this one. Whoops. Let's get the crosshair off that spot. So I don't know who was here for this trade right here. But that's the kind of movement I was looking for. Reject, and then for it to just keep on moving. And as you saw there, it did not keep on moving. It's doing a little bit too much putzing around here. And it very well, it still may get rejected. But my premise was rejected, boom, get moving now. But sometimes that costs me because sometimes I'm not patient enough. And then if I had just waited another minute or two, then the price totally like goes in my favor even more. And I'm like, well, probably should have been more patient. But that's always the catch-22, right? Because if this thing skyrockets up, guess what? I'm going to be sitting here saying, yes, I'm glad I was aggressive. I'm glad I recognized that, and I'm glad I got out. So we're always going to look foolish in one way or the other as a hindsight trader. But it's still in play. We have the double whammy. We have that trend line resistance. We have the 50-period moving average. Is this going to hold once again? So if you were to tell me that you're short right here, I would not call you crazy at all. Doesn't mean that it's going to be a winning trade because there's no guarantees, but as far as you having logic and rationale behind your trade, I get it. Like, I hear ya. I don't think you are crazy at all. Let's see. How much does your class cost? Well, there's a couple different ways you can pay for. I'll just link you to it and you can check it out. Where's Nasir at? Oh, okay. Nasir. There you go. Well, here we go. If you were short, now your enemy right now is a short that's wanting more movement. Your enemy is that 21 EMA. The longs that are trying to play this for a breakout, that's their buddy. You got to think a lot of longs are probably playing, sitting, I want a breakout or get out. And their get out point, at least if it were me, would be that line right there. So longs probably have their stop down below there because they're thinking, I want this thing to either break out and get moving, but if it doesn't, I want to give it a little bit of wiggle room, and the quote-unquote little bit of wiggle room, that 21 EMA. So those are kind of the battlegrounds right now. The shorts got to be nervous of that area because it could provide support, but the flip side is if the price can push down through there, you got to think there could be some long stops sitting there that were trying to play this breakout because there are longs right now trying to play this breakout. Maybe you're trying to play the breakout, and I can see your logic, but somebody's going to be right, somebody's going to be wrong here. So the longs, you know, they're wanting to push up over the high of this candle because there's probably some shorts now that have the high above that candle because the high above that candle right there would be above the 50-period moving average. It'd be above this trend line right here. But wow, this thing is really tightened up. So this is definitely the battle right now that is occurring. I think that'll be the point that breaks the back of the longs that were trying to play this breakout. Because they're going to be waving the white flag saying, well, I guess it's not. So there we go. Shorts right at there. And then 21 EMA doing battle. But how is that a trend line? I mean, how is it not? I'm very curious to see how you don't see that as a trend line. Like that, there's nothing special about that. But yeah, you're right. As far as the inner details of it, it is behind a paywall. Yep. And I would not, and then I'll push back a little bit. I do not have everything behind a paywall. I mean, this, I would go to, I may have the, and I don't know this for sure, but I'll throw my hat in the ring. I may have the most free content of any trader on the internet. Maybe. Because the channel's been around since 2013. The blog right here. I mean, let's just look at the live trade videos. Live trade videos. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 live trade videos per page. There is 119 pages. So 119 times 11. 1,309 live trade videos. And that's just the live trade category. You know, you go to tips and tricks. You got a bunch of stuff right here. So no, not everything is behind a paywall. And look at that. Congratulations, not longs. I'm sorry to the longs. But there it was. As I said, broke down below that level. And I should have trusted the trend line more. There it is, right there. Boo-yah. Did anybody take that short and not scalp? I know I got out too early. I chose wrong. But like I said, my premise was I was looking for a quick rejection. This sort of rejection that happened earlier on. And I took that trade live. So those of you that were here for that trade, you saw exactly what I would have wanted because you saw that here. But this was not a quick rejection because it came up here and then putzed around for because each of these are 2-minute candles. So about 5 minutes of kind of putzing around. But patience pays. Check APDN for a trade. No, I don't waste my time on stocks. I don't mean to be annoying. Is anyone else screen ahead of his? It's dropping big. Well, yeah, there is a delay here, Mike. I think it's like, I don't know, a 3-second, 4-second delay. Like all live streams have it. This is not real-time live. All streams have, I don't know what it is. I think it's between a 3 to 5 second live. Or, excuse me, 3 to 5 second delay. So yes, Mike, you are technically looking into the future. You're technically in the future. So if I could somehow get myself to your computer screen where I am, that would be amazing. I'd be making so much money. But I'm glad there's a delay, and that's why I say don't blindly follow. None of this is advice. This is entertainment. I'm just giving my thoughts. Don't blindly follow. You better be able to think for yourself. Somebody did say, check APDN for a trade. Oh, boy. What's going on with APDN? Huh? I mean, BK, you can disagree with my trend line. Disagree all you want. I drew the trend line and it's worked out beautifully multiple times and I've made money off that trend line. So, I mean, if you want to draw it another way, my friend, go for it. Go for it. And I don't know what you mean by a hump. I've never heard that term. I don't know what you're talking about. Maybe I call it something different. I have no idea what a hump is in trading. But yeah, no. Why would anybody be wanting to trade this? Gore-Tex or Gord is up. What in the world? Okay, so we're on the 2 minute. This is what I mean by stocks are pure garbage. So look at the futures. Look how smooth this I mean, these candles moving nice and smooth. These all look like candles. And this is the 2 minute time frame. Same exact time of day. Let's take a look at this stock. There we go. Let's look at this 2 minute. Like, does everybody see this? Look at what is that candle? That's a candle that basically had zero volume. During that entire 2 minutes, it barely had any volume. There's another, barely any volume. There's another, barely any volume. So, I mean, that's what I mean. And again, this is within the context of you're putting yourself under the pattern day trading rule. Why trade stuff like this? Come over here. And again, you have to trade all this with all your money at risk because you have to use your full amount to be able to buy this. When you could just hop on over here to futures. Is there such a thing as an upside down flag? Yeah, like this. That an upside down flag? Is that what you're saying? Or an upside down pennant, something like that. Is that what you're saying? Yeah, that would be a bear flag. This would be a bear pennant. Yeah, so if they're upside down, just throw the word bear in front of them. Yeah, technically there is no the pennant. It would either be a bear pennant or a bull pennant. This tread line here is just a rock star. Absolute rock star tread line. And the sad part is right when the live stream was starting, I think there was 3 people here. I was getting ready to draw this tread line, and I wanted to take a break of that tread line. But I turned my head, and like I said, the 3 people, if they're still here, they know. They know. But I turned my head and missed it, and then that's where the fun began. Nice break, came up here, back tested it, came back down. That's right. I got my revenge on it. Now I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that. Now we're starting to get it. We can get a little spicy here. Because at this point, we now, with that little bit of a higher low, we can put in that. So is that a shortable trend line? I could see it being shortable. Because you could get short there. Very minimal risk. You put the stop up above there. So I could see that making sense. Mahmid, Clay, you are a real one. Everyone here with stupid questions. Oh, I don't know about that. Can't believe you entertained them. Keep up the good job. You help. No. Listen. And to be fair, Mahmid, you were brand new at some point, and as a brand new person, you ask stupid questions. So let's be real. Let's keep it objective. I ask all kinds of dumb questions too, and they're not even dumb questions. When you're new, they're good questions. But yes, to us people that have heard them a million times, I understand where you're coming from. They can sound dumb, but. And really, why entertain them? Because I want to educate people. Like I want to teach. I'm not here to flex my muscles on how great of a trader I am. That's not my angle that I want to do the live stream. I'm on here to educate and to try to convert people in the world of day trading to day trading futures through a prop firm. That's my main goal, is to just educate and then convert people. I want to convert them away from wasting their time and capital with day trading stocks, day trading options, day trading forex, and day trading crypto. And I want to convert them into the world of futures. And so far, everybody that I've converted has come back and said thanks. In fact, Mike earlier gave me a $10 super chat and was like, hey, thanks. You're right. You got me into futures, and futures are so much better than what I was doing. What MA is that? I don't know what. Okay, dotted yellow is VWAP. Purple is 50 period. Simple moving average. Green one here is 21 exponential moving average, so EMA. That's why always kind of important to wait for confirmation. So hopefully did not break that level. Now, if you anticipated it, you're probably on the edge of your seat. I don't know, maybe you have a stop up here depending on how much wiggle room you want to give yourself. And then I do have another moving average. Where's that one? There we go. And then the pink line up here is the 200 period simple moving average. Do you take that short? That is the question right now. Anybody thinking of taking that short? Again, you have a small risk profile. If you want to play a breakdown and go, you could keep the risk profile very small. Because from here up to these highs right here, very, very tight risk. Both the 21 EMA and the 50 EMA was very far away, but now they are in contact kissing. Then you see the cross in a minute. That is simply change of structure. Gotcha. Yeah, I don't use the 20. I don't use the 50 EMA. I use the 50 SMA. But to be fair, you have longs here. There are some longs, and I see their case. Again, if you're to tell me I'm long here, I'm not calling you crazy. I understand. I understand your theory. Your theory is, look, this thing has been dropping. Try to go lower, could not. Try to go lower, could not. Try to go lower, and not only did it not go lower, it actually put in a higher low this time. So I think the bottom is in. I think this thing's getting ready to go upwards. I see that logic. Doesn't mean it's going to work out. Doesn't mean it's true. But again, as traders, we don't know for sure what's going to happen. It's all about, are we thinking logically? Do we have rationale behind our trade plans? So yes, as a long, I totally get your logic there. Like that's why I would not call you crazy. Again, risk management matters because that doesn't mean you're going to make money or be right. But I would not call a long crazy at all. Because if I was long, that's what I'd be looking at. Again, the price has been dropping. Came up, then did put in a new low. Came up, came back down, but all of a sudden this time did not put in a new low. Came back up, came back down, but this time, not only did it not put in a new low, it didn't even go as low as it once was. So you got some higher lows, although right now the shorts, longs got to be feeling a little discouraged because that trend line is broken. Shorts are feeling good. In fact, depending on where you got short, maybe if you're choosing scalping, maybe you're already out for a profit. The people that want to see more of a move, they're not quite out of the woods yet, but even if you want to give it more time to work for you, I'm sure they're starting to drop their stop losses down, maybe even pulling some off the table. Hey, Clay, can you briefly explain how to use the DOM? No, because I don't use the DOM. I only put it here because I know some people like it and to enjoy looking at it. But as far as like how to use it, I mean, you could use the buttons. You could press right here to, if you want to buy here. But yeah, I'm not a DOMS person, so I don't want to. If I were to start to tell you, it'd be about 90% me making it up as I go, and I don't think that's the type of answer you would want. Okay, remember the stock bot from yesterday though. The stock bot from yesterday. No, I don't remember the stock bot. Why don't you use indicators such as MACD? Because I'm not smart enough. Paralysis by analysis is the enemy of myself. There is nothing wrong with the MACD. A lot of people use it. A lot of people like the RSI. A lot of people use CCI. But to me, I can't comprehend all that stuff. And I find myself, did I make a trade? Well, what? And then I'm just overwhelmed. Literally paralysis by analysis. So again, that's not to say that using the MACD is wrong. It's not to say that using any indicator. We have some people in our community, and their charts, I look at it and I feel like I'm looking at the matrix. It's just like I don't know what you're looking at. But for them, they're good. They can look right through it, and that's why there's no black and white way to trade. You got to figure out what works best for you. And for me, some moving averages, some candlesticks, some trend lines goes a long way for me. But that's not to say that there's zero value in the MACD. I know traders that use the MACD and it helps them out a whole lot. So, but that's also why anybody that's like, oh, I got the perfect trading system. It's like, no, you have a good system for you, but you don't know if it's going to work for somebody else. So you got to be careful of that. Take off the DOM. Well, no, some people like to look at the DOM. Oh, yeah, JDA. Yeah, where's JDA at? GMA going to $500. Poor guy. Do you use the pulse from Tradeovate? I don't know what that is, so I assume the answer is no. Maybe I use it unknowingly. I use the ADX, love it. Yeah, some people like the ADX, that's fine. Cool, I even have got the Dom for that aesthetic. I mean, it does make things look pretty cool though, doesn't it? We are approaching this level here. So there's going to be people going long down here. And again, that's not guaranteed to be a winning trade, but I see the logic. It's leveled out there and bounced before. It's found support right there and bounced. So do we get some sort of, if that's bottom 1, that's bottom 2, is this a triple bottom coming? Could be. Could be. If this level fails, oh boy, you got to think that that's going to break the spirits of quite a few longs. So this level right here, everybody and their brother's uncle is watching that area right there. You know that there's going to be some stop losses of longs down there, rightfully so. There's a bunch of longs that are trying to catch this bottom, and their line in the sand is, hey, you know what, I'll give this thing a chance to bounce, but my stop is it's got to be below the lows. So if it can push down through there, you got to think there's stops hiding down there, and people that are saying kind of that's their do or die level. From the short standpoint, anybody that did take that trend line break, this level here is your enemy, but that could also be your big payday. So it's going to be hard to get down through it, I would say. But if it can, then that could really open up the floodgates for another round down. And but I would hope, again, for those of you shorts that took this up here, hopefully you've already locked in some gains, and now maybe you just have a couple runners left to see if the price can push down through there. Because a break of that level, things could get spicy in a hurry. But you know there's a lot of longs out there right now chewing those nails. They are chewing the nails, and you got to think that they got to be feeling pretty frustrated, because let's put ourselves in the long shoes. People that bought here got their hopes up, got their hopes crushed, but at least it maintained the low. Got their hopes up, got their hopes crushed, but at least it started to consolidate at a higher level to only now start to get their hopes crushed again. However, there is still the but, and the but is the price is still above those lows. So they still have a little bit of hope left. But after this, there is no hope. Now, maybe they start to rationalize hope. Maybe they start to, let me move my stop a little bit more, or maybe let me go try to visualize some sort of other time frame. So people can rationalize hope. I think we've all been there before, where we kind of start to create hope out of nowhere. But technically speaking, there is no hope. Everything has failed at that point if the price breaks down through that area. So this is, there is an OB there as well. So we'll see. But all eyes on here. And this is not a great discovery on my part. Everybody has noticed in the market that those lows right here, everybody is watching and wondering what's going to happen here. And this is better than any Hollywood movie that I think you could go a part of. Did it just break down through there? It did. Do you see that spike? I missed it. I turned my head to look at how many viewers we had, and I missed the spike. So that was the stops right there. That quick move down was some stops going off. But now, yes, there is always the threat that is this going to be one of these fake breakdowns where it suckers in shorts, and then all of a sudden, boop, boop. Always a threat. That's why stop losses matter. But as of right now, the longs are in full-blown discouragement mode. So we'll see, though. And again, from where we were talking about it, up at that trend line break, those people have had plenty of wiggle room to already lock in gain. So even if it is a fake break, from where we were talking about it, still plenty of, they got plenty of leeway here. Again, if you're enjoying, make sure to hit that like button. If you enjoy the commentary, if you enjoy me kind of trying to turn this into a story in some ways, let me know which way, how you like me to describe this stuff. In my mind, it's just all a story. It's a story of bulls and bears, of longs and shorts. And that's how I'm looking at it. But right now, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that level as it served its purpose. We're keeping this trend line in place for sure. We're going to ride this trend line as long as it wants to keep on playing ball. But it's pretty irrelevant right now. But this trend line has been magical for us. Rejection. But it does bring up a valid question. Is the actual rejection point the 50 period? Because last time I got rejected the trend line, the 50 period was also there. But now look at where it's getting rejected. Right there at that purple line, the 50 period. So perhaps the 50 period is actually the true golden goose resistance. But yeah, right now, so what we know for sure is it's not going to be one of these where it breaks down and all of a sudden snaps right back up. It has been a break. It has not collapsed per se, but things are still feeling pretty heavy. And if this goes down below the low here, you got to think that that is good because that was the spike. So you can see long saying, all right, it spiked down but quickly came back up. So I'm going to put my stop below that spike point right there because I don't want to get stopped out on a spike. But if the price now violates down below the quote-unquote spike point, well then at that point, I don't know exactly what they're going to be looking for. Look at that, right off that level. So they're holding, they're hoping, come on. No way I'm taking that short though. This, like I said, for those of you that have not been on the stream or maybe just logging on, we were talking about this up around here. So given that that's where we were talking about the short, it just does not feel right to go short down here. All right, now we are in a very interesting situation because think about it if you're a long. How are you feeling right now as a long? You're feeling good. You are feeling good because you're getting some green. If this green disappears and the price comes back down, that is going to be so discouraging, so frustrating, so irritating. And then if it breaks through these lows, I think we're going to see a bigger move at that point. Again, no guarantees, but I mean, if this low can now fall, especially after building the hope, again, if you were long, ask yourself, how would you feel? You would be feeling great. But then also ask yourself, how would you feel if this green candle disappears and these gains come all the way back down? You'd be very insert negative emotion. Looked like it was about to spike back up and then it sudden moved down. Yeah, we'll see. But if this candle comes back down, or if any of the foreseeable candles come back down, that would just, again, now how are you feeling as a long? Insert negative emotion here. I would not, if I was a long, I would have been like, all right, here we go. Green candle, green candle. Oh, no. You trade with no emotion. Well, that's great. I'm glad you trade with no emotion, but a lot of traders do trade with emotion. So if you can try to figure out how other people are feeling, what other people's emotions are, you can build trade plans based on their emotions. But that is good. India Whiskey Charlie, that you trade with no emotion. I'm glad to hear that. But a lot of people do. And that's what I find trading to be. Figure out the emotions of other traders and then build trade plans around them. All right, long's got to be feeling pretty good once again. Trying to bounce back up. What's the ES up to right now? Yeah, ES, it's trying to bounce too. Still have this. Okay, ES did not break to new lows though, because the low here is that white line there. So ES on that push down never did actually break to new lows. Crazy reverse hammer forming. Looks like another short. Well, it looked good for a second. Shorting down here for me, it feels a little too scary. And we're a little over an hour. The goal is 110 likes, so we're kind of a little lagging behind. So if you are enjoying, please hit that like button. Really appreciate it. Helps out with feedback. I mean, I'm all emotional when I trade. I laugh, rage cry. I don't know if that one's is a hiccup? Is a hiccup an emotion? Calvin, are you still in this short? Where are you at, Calvin? Can it roll back over? Can it roll back over? I could see, and maybe I'll do this. Just put a short on there. I got to figure out what. So basically 55, 13. But if it pushes up through there, that's going to wreck that trade plan. I guess it could come here. That would. Yes, I'm talking to myself right now. I want to be about right. 58, 68. That's 20. Yeah, plenty. All right. I'll go right here. Sell to get short. My stop will be right up above here. Risking about a little over $20. Now I'm up plenty on the day, so I can risk. Oh no, I'm in the wrong one. I did NQ. Wow, how did I end up on NQ? That's not what I intended. I thought I was on MNQ. I was on NQ. NQ is a very volatile contract, so that is how. You saw there, I got out. It barely budged in my favor. Yet you're thinking, wait, Clay, it barely budged in your favor. How did you make $50? Yes, welcome to the world of NQ. Man, I've done this like 3 times this week on the live stream. Okay, so quick reminder with any platform you're using, if you're going to trade MNQ and NQ, again, if you're just getting started, I would recommend starting with MNQ. But NQ is very, very, very volatile. MNQ, which was just invented, I don't know, 5-6 years ago, the M stands for micro, meaning you're going to have much less risk, which is good. You're not going to make as much, but much less risk. I thought I was doing a micro, but I was actually up here on the NQ tab. So I needed to be clicking on that tab right there. So lesson there, make sure you're actually trading the thing that you think you're trading, or else you could be in that situation. That was a good surprise. Hey, I'll take 50 bucks real quick. But that was, the 50 bucks was total luck in the sense of I did not realize I was trading that contract. And I think that's good I got out. I don't know if that would have been a losing trade or not. Very close. If not a losing trade, I'd be getting close to getting stopped out here. Man, I used to watch you all the time, day trading stocks and then options. When did you transition to futures? My community finally convinced me back in November to give them a try after multiple years. So I tried futures and then with the prop firm, and it just, stocks and options in the day trading category. So if you want to be a day trader and you're doing stocks or options, it's truly a waste of your time. It's a waste of your capital. You're taking on way more risk than you need to. There is just, I mean, absolutely, it's pure garbage. It really is pure garbage to be day trading stocks or options when such a thing as futures trading through a prop firm exists. And that is where Pam's plant comes into play. But yeah, I'm kind of stubborn. Now with the prop firms, I'll admit, like I was very sketched out. I'm like, that's the shadiest thing ever, too sketchy. So I've pushed back against prop firms for probably about 2 years. But again, members of my private community have been using prop firms. They've been posting, like getting payments by them. So I'm like, okay. Now some prop firms have been fly-by-night, have been scams. But that's why the one I recommend is not, they're not a fly-by-night. A lot of members have been paid by them. I've been paid by them. So, but point is, yeah, prop firms I've been super skeptical of, no doubt about it. And I'm still skeptical of many of them. That's why, I'm not sitting here recommending, 10 different prop firms all at once. But yeah, prop firms have got enough track record now. There's been enough that have been around for multiple years that have shown that they do pay people and all that. So yes, at this point, it just makes sense. And the more I've gotten into it, it's just like, truly, if you are in the day trader category, day trading stocks, day trading options, day trading crypto, or day trading Forex is a waste of your time. It's a waste of your capital. You're taking on too much risk, and there are just better ways. So, and that is where right here, Pam's plant. So the way I've kind of tried to summarize it, and this doesn't even contain everything, but Pam's plant would be my argument of why, if you want to be a day trader, day trading futures through a prop firm is by far the best way to go about it. All right, do we get a short here though? We do have this. Well, remember our thesis right now is, are we thinking that the purple line is now the true level of resistance? Because we've had the purple line reject the price there. We've had the purple line reject the price there. So if it pushes back up to here, do we get yet another rejection? That is a question mark that you got to think a lot of people are asking right now. Do we get step one, a push up? Or right now, the 21 EMA is flexing its muscles. Little brother's like, don't worry, dog. I got you. I'm going to smack the bulls around here a little bit. So the 21 EMA, look at that. Beautiful. Is the 21 EMA like a holy grail? No holy grail. But I'd encourage you maybe to want to experiment with it. See what you think about it. Again, if you're enjoying, hit that like button, please. The goal is 110 likes. So if you were enjoying, wow. Right off of little brother. So I grew up like in WWF. That's how old I am. I remember when it was WWF. I could probably get sued for calling it WWF. But I remember Hulk Hogan, Randy Man, tag team partners. Look at that. That's what I see. The tag team right there. Boom. Hulk Hogan and Randy Savage, Macho Man, right there. Two of them right there smacking the price down. This time it was just Macho Man. Macho Man's like, no, Hulk, I don't need your help on this one, buddy. I got you. Let's get this trend line in play here. So maybe, so I would, yeah, I'd be nervous to get short on the break of these lows because we do have this trend line. And these sorts of trend lines oftentimes kind of get lost in the shuffle, but they can be pretty useful. Could see a short here though. 54 with the target those lows. We got to see what kind of risk profile. Because right now you couldn't short right here because if you're putting your your stop up there, that's a huge risk profile just to aim for something that small. So you don't want to do that. But if we can build out some highs right here, so if we can get a few candles and then you get like a group of highs right here, then I could see something like that. But at this point, it's looking like it's not going to wait around anyways. Ultimate Warrior versus Hulk Hogan for the belt was the best. Ah, you're revealing your age too. Good old Ultimate Warrior. Passport Diesel. Yep, we are about the same age. I grew up on W. Bret the Hart. Oh, yeah. Man, that was crazy when Bret and Shawn Michaels, the Heartbreak Kid, when they broke up, didn't one of them smash one of them in the face with a mirror or something like that? I think so, because for some reason I remember seeing that as a kid, and it's still with me right now. So I think that's what you call getting scarred for life. Clay, would you ever offer for sale one course on futures like you did? I mean, my futures course is totally free. Like, if you want to learn about, if you want to do the futures course, it's right here. It's free. It's 4-part series. Just make sure on the page you scroll down to the bottom. Class 1 is right here. But yeah, at class 4, that's where it becomes, hey, if you want to learn more about how to build trade plans and all that sort of stuff, then that's where it recommends my paid for classes. But yeah, as far as my futures class is concerned, that's totally free. 4-part series. Explain what futures are, how they work, and all that. Made $14.47 on my pro account so far. Fantastic. Have you taken any of these trades that or have you been? Is it you just showing up, Mark? Break his back, make him humble. Iron Sheik. Oh, I remember the Iron. Yeah, Iron Sheik. That's a classic too. Wow, look at the 21 EMA doing the work. Macho Man right here does not need Hulk Hogan's work. I can't believe I didn't get a single like for these wrestling. They're not metaphors. What are these, analogies? I don't know what I'm doing here. Cream Puff, do you know if I can transition to trading futures using my E-Trade brokerage account? No, you don't want to do that anyways, Cream Puff, because if you're trading futures in your E-Trade account, that means you're using your own money. So that is why I would recommend a prop firm, because with a prop firm, so if you use the link that you see pinned, you can go and purchase buying power. So right here, you could buy 25,000 buying power of 105. Yes, you've got to prove yourself and pass a test. The test being you've got to make 1,500. You can't lose 1,500. But my point here is this. In futures, you could get caught in a crazy move. You could do something really stupid. And if you're trading futures in your E-Trade account, that really stupid mistake is costing you all of your money. In this situation, that really stupid mistake that you learn a lot from is not costing you all of your money. Sure, it caused you to fail the test, to which you can always try again. So it cost you $1,500, you fail. But is it actually costing you $1,500 of your account? It's not. It's costing you the cost of the account. Whereas if you're trading futures in your E-Trade account and you do something dumb, that $1,500's, well, that's all of your money. That's gone. So that is why I recommend trading futures through a prop firm. That is part of this down here. The added risk control. You protect your money. Because again, in your situation, if you're trading an E-Trade, if you go on tilt, your revenge trade, you get caught in a spike, something crazy happens, that's all your money. But with the prop firm, you can protect your money because as I just showed, very little of your money is at risk in the first place. So that would be my argument. And that's just one of the points of why I would argue for prop firms. So yeah, if you want to do that, then I'll send you the link here real quick. So, and if you use that link, it's twofold. You'll get a promotion. They're running 30% off, but it's also just a way to support the channel. So if you're looking to support the channel, if you're like, I'm not going to give you a super chat, but is there another way I can give you money? Yeah, if you use that link, that is an affiliate link. I will get money. So that is another way that you can support the channel if you are enjoying. Just out of curiosity, could somebody hit the like button? I'm almost wondering, is it broken? Because we have been stuck at 70 for a while, and we've gone up over 100 viewers a couple of times. So is the like button broken? It's odd that it's been stuck at 70 for so long. Oh, I guess it's not. 71. All right. I guess people... Reminder, hit that like button. The goal is 110. Usually I go for 2 hours, but I'm willing to go above 2 hours if we can still see interest. But at this point, I'm wondering, should we even get to 2 hours? Because the like button's a little light today. So as it comes back down here... Please go to 3. That Kelvin, that might take some super chats on your part. I did do a 3-hour one yesterday, though. To be fair, people kept giving super chats and hitting the like button, which showed people were interested. So I went 3 hours. Whoa! There it went. See that spike? But that trend line, like I said, I was not willing to short that because that trend line has me nervous. But maybe that trend line is nothing to fear. We'll see, though. I don't know. I'm kind of tempted. Maybe I could maybe go long here. Nope, never mind. Risk profile just changed as it pushed down further. Yeah, that trend line. So does everybody see the psychology here? Put yourselves in the shoes of the longs. Longs were feeling great. They were finally getting a bounce, and they're thinking, well, that was a false breakdown of that low. So they got the big bounce, and then when this started to happen, what happened to their emotions? They got frustrated, sad, disappointed, irritated, annoyed, and they're all waving the white flag. They're all saying, they're all pointing at this one right now, but they're not using their pointer finger, if you know what I'm getting at. That's what they're doing right now, and that's what's creating this right here. That last gasp right there built up some hope, rightfully so, to then just fail. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that level as it, I guess a little bit of a bounce, but that's, no. So that one was really just nothing to keep an eye on, but look at this move now. We bleeding. New lows. Now market down 480 points. Crazy. No emotions. Be process oriented. I agree. Again, Charlie, what I'm doing here is I'm trying to illustrate how other people would be feeling. That's what I'm trying. I'm not saying that that's how you should feel. I'm not saying that you should operate on emotions. Whiskey, Charlie. Charlie, have you been drinking whiskey? I think you've been drinking whiskey because I don't think you're quite... I think your mental status is not comprehending what I'm actually saying here. I'm not advocating to be filled with emotions. I am saying that a way to develop trade plans is to try to figure out the emotions of others and then build trade plans on that. But then I see Whiskey Charlie. So there's a good chance that Charlie is a little tipsy. I'm tempted to try to go long here, but falling knives always like to whisper. Does anybody else have the falling knife voice? The price starts to fall and fall and fall, and then it's like, buy me. Buy me. Anybody else have the falling wedge? Or the falling wedge, the falling knife voice? Now, if we could get something like this, that could be interesting. Let's see if we can maybe build a bear flag. Never. Yes, exactly. Never for me either. Mine is the chase it voice. Yeah, I got that one too. I have the reverse. The higher it goes, it always sells me. Yeah. No, this one's not gonna. So yeah, I think right now the best order is probably the SOH order. Who knows what the SOH order is? SOH. I think most people would agree with experience that more times than not, the SOH order is the most powerful order in the market. The SOH order. Oh, we got some people that have been here before and that have been paying attention. Yes. Sit on hands. Sometimes the best thing to do as traders is just to sit on your hands. And that's what I'm doing right now. Gotta let something build itself out. Need some sort of pattern, some sort of risk profile. And I suppose we could be getting a risk profile now, meaning you could short down here, I suppose, and look for more bleeding because you got a tight stop right there now. So this isn't terrible, terrible risk box. But like before this happened, I mean, if you're shorting right here, I mean, what are you doing? Are you putting your stop above the highs right there? Look at all that risk you'd be taking on. But here, do I take that? What would that risk be if I get in right there? 95, 15, so that's 20. I'm up quite, and never mind. My brain was not smart enough to do the math quick enough, so never mind on that one. Take a short scalp. You take a short scalp, Kelvin. I was thinking about it, but it moved too much. What's ES? Is ES, I'm assuming, at new lows too? Yep. Do we have any back test points? Yeah, 540. But that's a ways away. Ways away. Is somebody out there? Hello? So I got somebody is like twisting a doorknob out there. And when you have 6 kids, I've learned that it's more efficient instead of like starting to call out their names, like Joy, Dot, it's just like hello, and then based on if they say yeah, it's like okay, then you know who they are. So it's efficiency. Just say hello, get them to respond. But there was no response. So I have no idea. Just had somebody call me. Come on, man, I'm live streaming. Why aren't you here right now watching and interacting, question mark? Good old Ed. Are you here, Jim? I hit this short by accident and my nose started to bleed. Where did you hit it by accident? Hopefully up here. That's how Scary Movie starts. Is someone out there? Yeah, I mean, I don't know really what you do with this right now. I don't know how to get it on my phone, period. It's really a shame you're not here right now, though, comma. I thought we were friends. Are you here, Jim? I don't think Jim's here. That's funny. Frank, I was just wondering. I wonder where Frank's been. Been busy first time trading today. Looking to see where it's going on. Just took a scalp. Where did you get in at, Frank? I'm lost of what you're doing, Kelvin. 1,800 now. A while ago, I thought you needed $1,800 more. Or is that what you're telling me right now? You've now gotten your $1,800 more? Is that what you're saying? Can we get This is weird. We keep getting stuck. Can we get another like? Can we go over 80, please? But in all seriousness, we need to at least be to 100 in the next 30 minutes, or I'll call it good. Like, so that's the goal for sure. So we have 30 minutes to get at least 20 likes. The goal is 110, but yeah, we need at least 20 likes in the next 30 minutes, and I'll take that as on whether or not if I should keep going or not. I need 400 to pass my phase 1. Getting so close. Just keep trading normally. Sound of the universe. I'm short ES here. Oh boy. I don't know, James. Did you chase? I hope not. I hope you can get that little scalp. In my mind, that feels a bit like a chase. But to be fair to you, there is a slow and steady bleed right now. And you're not asking for the sun, moon, and stars, but I'm nervous. You, Frank entered in at 1905. $19.05. Oh yeah, that was sort of a chase there. So you got in when the chart was looking like this. Yeah, you basically chased the bottom there, Frank. Glad it worked out for you though. Glad you got a scalp. I don't mind trying to scalp momentum every now and then, but I was too scared to scalp it there. All right, longs are thinking about it here, rightfully so. It has struggled at this area. Longs can create a tight risk trade plan. They could be getting in somewhere right around here, stop below the lows. And if they get a bounce at all, don't even need a very big bounce, and their risk versus reward could be looking quite favorable. I was sweating. Yeah, that's probably not the greatest sign if you're sweating in a trade. Somebody, was it Pickles, mentioned being stressed. If you're stressed and sweating while you trade, something is off. Something is wrong. We are now getting, I'd like to see a little bit of an upwards move to it. I don't like these flat bottoms. I want to see, we got to get the ability to draw some sort of like upwards line in here. Something like this. But you can't do that right now because it's literally just flat. And taking these short always makes me nervous. I like if we can get an angle to it. Angles, a little bit more my cup of tea. Doji on the 5-minute, good luck. Yeah. That's why I would be very, very, that's why I don't like that short right there. But for the longs, BK dot is right. Let's bring over the 5-minute. Again, more reason why I could see why somebody might be long. Longs on the 5-minute got the little doji candle right there. So that's what I was saying. When you factor in how tight of a risk you could create for yourself, I would not call you crazy. I see the logic, and that's what trading's about. Making sure you're trying to do things that are logical. You can do nothing that is guaranteed, but you can do things that are logical. But logic does not mean that it'll be right, which is why trading's hard. I'm in for 10 contract short at 56.36. $56.36. All right. That's scary. Where's your stop loss at, Kelvin? So that crosshair is basically his entry point. Where's your stop at? I'm a little nervous. Especially with that 5-minute. You do have the general force still in your favor. It is still an overall downtrend. No stop loss. Huh? So for you, is it just you make a winning trade or else you roast the account? Is your stop loss the drawdown of the account, Kelvin? Is that what I'm gathering here? It's either I'm making money or the account I'm blowing up the account. Levi. Well, then where's your stop loss at, Kelvin? Levi is long from 493. He must be doing the NQ. I I see you, Levi. I hear it. I don't know if that's going to be the right trade plan, but I would not say, Levi, dude, you degenerate gambler. Like, what are you doing? You're just doing things randomly. I would not say that at all. I see the logic. I see the logic. Sounds of the universe might go down. Is a 5-minute bear flag bearish? Oh, okay. I don't use that stuff. Right now, 5-minute is, I mean, it's trying to level off there. Very, very tight range. So tight range, is the selling pressure finally gone? I don't know. There is the bounce. There you go, Levi. Congrats, Levi. Kelvin. I don't know what Kelvin's doing. Of course, India Whiskey Charlie likes Kelvin style with no stop loss. Because Charlie, he is our resident drunk. I'll stop loss at negative 100. Negative 100 seems kind of tight. Kind of tight. But I'm glad you have a stop loss. That's a better stop loss than no stop loss. But Levi, congratulations. Hoping to pass the evaluation today. Are you moving your stop loss at all now, Levi? Where's your stop loss at? Are you leaving it where it started? But good job, Levi. Good job to anybody else that got some around here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That could be a scary candle. I got to get off of NQ. I'm going to do that again. I'm going to take a trade again, and then I'm going to find myself on NQ. I'll do this, though. If we can get up to 100 likes, so we need to get 17 more likes or $10 in Super Chats by 1:45, meaning an hour and 45 minutes in, so that's about 8 minutes. If we can get up to 100 likes or $10 in Super Chats, I'll take a trade, and we'll go NQ. We'll put on some risk. I'll do an NQ trade, but in the next little less than 8 minutes, we got to get up to either 100 likes or, did I say $10? $15 in Super Chats. Because if I'm going to take on that risk, I need to know that people are extra motivated. So that is the current setup here for me. If I'm gonna put this live stream account on the line, I want to make sure people are interested in my idea. So I'm going to gauge that interest via likes. So get up to 100 likes or $15 in Super Chats in the next, I guess it'll be 7 minutes. There we go. There is the timer. What platform am I trading on? I am trading through a prop firm. The prop firm I'm using is Take Profit Trader. So the way this works is you choose the buying power that you want. And then during the checkout process, they'll ask you, well, what platform would you like to use? And I chose Tradeovate. The nice thing about that is you don't have to go and create a Tradeovate account separately. You don't have to go through the big sign-up process there separately. None of that. They will Take Profit Trader will create the account for you, and then they'll send you the login information, your username and password. So it's a very big time savings. But that is what I'm doing. I'm using Take Profit Trader as a prop firm, and then I'm trading through Tradeovate. So I made 31 USD, small account, happy with it. Good job. Do you think it's better to stay away from today kind of market? Well, I have no idea because I don't know what your strategy is. It might be. It might be. I don't, but I have no idea what your strategy is. I have no idea what your risk tolerance is. So impossible for me to answer that question. For some people, today's market is like bread and butter. It's like rainbows and butterflies and unicorns and stuff like that. For other people, it's like dead bodies and meth pipes and just pure, drop kicks to the face. So I don't know. Impossible for me to answer that question. All right, now we are starting to get a bit of what I was saying earlier of the bear flag built into place. So we do now, no doubt about it, we have an upwards channel in the works. But you have to factor in, well, what was happening before this upwards channel? And you'd say, well, there's this big drop right here. So there we go. We have a bear flag that is and has been constructed. So for you, it's just more so a question of If you still believe in the overall trend, does the bear flag come down here, break, and get continuation? That is the big question. Because we do now officially have a bear flag. I would not accuse anybody of chasing from the short side, which is why I was too scared to get short anywhere down here, because you got to be, because this movement right here, assuming you're disciplined, would have stopped you out, and it would have been a losing trade. Does it make sense to use the 21 EMA as a short spot on the 2-minute or no? Well, I don't know. I don't know your strategy, Frank. I do not know. If you want that type of one-on-one coaching, Frank, I do offer a mentorship program for that. But in order for me to accurately kind of give my thoughts, I need to know way more about your strategy than what I know. And I know basically nothing about your strategy other than you're trading futures through a prop firm. Besides that, I don't know anything else. It's not respecting support and resistance like normal days. That's what I mean. Oh, I mean, I would disagree. Right here, it did an amazing job of respecting resistance. Again, if you've been here since the beginning of the stream, or at least earlier on in the stream, you saw breakdown through there, respected as resistance, respected as resistance, respected as resistance. I took, I can't remember, either 2 or 3 trades off of the trend line, all profitable, which all helped me to get up to that 156 mark in the micros. So yeah, I mean, to be fair, maybe your supports and resistance levels the market wasn't respecting, but I mean, and none of this is hindsight, right? That's why I am liking this live stream stuff. It's like, nobody has to believe me, but once the live stream is done and then posted to the channel, when you can go back and watch in the archive, like, that's fine. If you think I drew, well, whatever, dude, you just drew that line in hindsight. I get it, no problem. I understand why you may think that, because there's a lot of squirrely stuff that goes on. But with a live stream, yeah, you can go back and you can watch. You can see the trades. You'll see me put that trend line in place. Why don't you trade on Henke Eshni candles? Because I don't even know. I mean, I've heard of them. I don't know how to use them. And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I like the normal candlesticks. Now, if you use the Henke Shinky, the Henke Panky, Ashi Bushi candles, that's fantastic. That's great. I'm glad you figured out what works for you. But for me, candlesticks work just fine. All right. The bear flag continues to be built. Where are we at? We got 2 minutes to get 10 likes or $15 in super chat. So it's not looking like I'm going to be taking on any NQ trades here. The interest does not seem to be there, which is fine. That's why I like to ask, try to figure out what are people interested in. But again, if you would like to see me take on a little bit of a higher risk trade with an NQ, then we got to get up to 100 likes or $15 in super chats in the next 90 seconds. Oh, Kelvin, you're American? Why do you put the dollar? Oh, my goodness. Okay. We're doing it then. Everybody thank Mark. I'll hit the heart. Let's hop over here. And I like that. Stop above there. Try to short right there. Got to come down, though. I'd really like one more candle. What time is it? Please stay above it. Please stay above this line. If I can get one more, that would be so much better. Come back above. Bounce, bounce. I can't take it on this candle. 2015. Yeah. I mean, I'm giving back my day. If I'm wrong on that, my day's red. Which, again, this is the live stream account, so that's not the end of the world. Or do I just try to scalp the breakdown here? Hey, I got the $15. We got to do it. We got to do it. I got that $15. Let's see if we can get some continuation here. Do not really like that entry point. I wanted one more candle, but hey, we got the $15, so we're doing it. It's just my live stream account, so if he dies, he dies. Anybody know what that quote's that from? Drago. Very good, Frank. Come on, separate. Oh, come on. Teasing me. So I am short with the entry point. That was not the greatest. I didn't really like it. It wasn't a terrible entry, but really not my... And this is exactly why I don't want to take it on that candle. My stop is up there. Oh... Short the I already have my contract. What do you mean short the retest? You want me to build? Yeah, I know. Well, that was the whole thing. I said that I would do NQ here. That was part of the arrangement. I got the $15 super chat. Add? You want me to blow up this account? Come on. I like that rejection. Can we get some follow through now to the downside? Did that break the spirits of the longs? I just scalp. Am I allowed to scalp here, Mark? Like, I guess, or am I supposed to be going for like a big home run, Mark? What am I supposed to be doing here? You're the $15 super chat giver. Like, could I scalp or, because I would have liked to have gotten out of this thing because I don't really trust it, like just with a quick scalp there. But I don't know if I'm supposed to like try to see if this thing wants to die some more. Scalp. Okay, so scalps are allowed. Well, let's see if we can get this thing to come down a little bit more here. Uh-oh. I could add another one here at that retest. There we go. So I now have 2. Not looking good, though. Not looking good. Mark, you told me to add on the retest. Come on. That blue line is my average contract price. Come on. Come on. Oh, now you've got to come down, right? How are you not breaking down some more? Come on. Come on. Release the hounds. All right. I can't do it. Can't do it. Couldn't deal with the heat. Can't deal with the heat. Look at this thing. Why are you not just breaking down? Couldn't deal with the heat. That was scary to know, like, oh man, my whole day's red if it goes back up there. Look at this thing. It's still not going. All right, I officially played it right. I was like, maybe that was too, but even right now, I don't care if this thing comes down. I played this right. How this thing has not released to the downside, I don't know. But I feel just fine about how I played it now. No regrets. There was that open window of regret where like, uh-oh, can't take the heat, but look at this thing. There we go. 15 more likes for the goal. So if you enjoy the aggressive trading, let me know. Easy way to communicate that is to hit that like button. Wow, you got 9 points on it, Frank. Congratulations. Even now, look at this. After two upper shadows like that, for this thing to not get more downside pressure, that's disappointing. That's very disappointing. What was the platform you used? The TradingView. This. So you sign up for the account. You pick what account purchasing power amount you want, and then during the checkout process, they'll ask you what platform do you want. That one, Tradeovate. Now you could use TradingView if you want, or you could use NinjaTrader. Those are, you can do, and then other platforms too. But the one I am using is Tradeovate. Man, that's a great rejected. 2 upper shadows and then just nothing. Tradeovate, that's what, all right, good. I got 5 points with 5 contracts. Good job. And thank you for saying I could scalp, because I'd still be sitting here like, okay. Can't take anything off here because that hasn't still really made a move, but. So what did I make on that? 140 bucks, I think. 97, let's go. 13 more likes. Let's see if we can hit. Yeah, so we're almost at the 2-hour mark. If we can get 13 more likes, I'll go for another 15 minutes. So we'll go 2 hours and 15 minutes. So we have basically 8.5 minutes to get 12 more likes, or $10 in super chat for another 15 minutes. So maybe some more trades, definitely some more commentary. So again, now good. Now I only need 11 more likes. What a terrible breakdown. I mean, and as I've said before, patience is never really my strong suit. That's why I'm probably more of a scalper than anything else. But like, this takes so much patience. Like, if you took this short and you're still in, I mean, good for you in some senses. I get it. You're just being patient. You're like, no, Clay, not every breakdown can break the trend line and then just flush. They can't all be like that. And that's fair on your point. That is truly fair. But yeah, I mean, if you're waiting for more of a move, then you gotta endure movements like this where now it's starting to come back up, and it could still be a losing trade for you. If you're not taking profits because you want to see more movement, I mean, more power to you if you get more movement. But if it comes up and stops you out, I mean, then you'll have the voice show up. That could have been a winning trade if you just scalped it. 99. Yeah, need 11 more likes. Hey, Ruben, good to see ya. Oh, yeah, so Kelvin, I thought you are American. So if you're American, why do you put the $sign at the end of your numbers? I figured you were like European or something. Isn't that what Europeans do? What about Canadians? Where do Canadians put the $sign or their currency sign? Well, I guess it would be the $sign for them because it's the Canadian dollar. Do we have any Canadians here? Can a Canadian write with the symbol $100? How would a Canadian write $100? And if you're in Europe, how would you write $100 in Europe? Well, 19,500 is right here. So that does make sense on why that's kind of a big stubborn area of resistance. Okay, so Ruben is European. Okay, that's what I thought. I'm Hawaiian. So how would you write $100 as a Hawaiian? I would write it like this. I would go like this. And I'm in Iowa, the United States. That's how I would write it. I'm not saying that's how it's. I'm just. I've just never seen an American write it like Kelvin does, like this. I didn't know Americans did that. I think it's a thing. I thought it was a thing. I'm pretty sure it's a thing. I don't know. Is that a thing? If you're typing fast, I put the sign after. And I'm Canadian. Oh, that's interesting. But only if he's typing fast. Would you ever say $100 or something like that? No, I'm just saying. I'm not saying it makes perfect sense. I just thought that was how you're supposed to do it. All right, we have about 5 more minutes. We need 9 more likes, though. So if you are enjoying it, if you want the party to continue, we need either 9 more likes or a $10 super chat. Hawaiian is American, too. I don't know. Is Hawaii like Texas, where Texans are like, we're kind of Americans, but we're also kind of just like our own thing? I could see Hawaii being like that. I could also see Alaska being like that. I think you're supposed to write it with the $sign first. So right now, just kind of a waiting game. Have a bit of a... Once again, look at this. I just noticed. I don't know why I'm just... But look at the 21 EMA. Again, the 21 EMA has been a rock star. Unbelievable. So we have this basically as our area of resistance, and then we have that as the support. So that's kind of the little miniature pattern we're looking at. Come on, 7 more likes. Let's go. Time is running out. 4 minutes. If you want the show to continue, make sure you hit that like button. Most everything you see in the U.S. is written at... Yeah, that was what I was thinking, John. Yeah, good job. Good job, Frank, if you shorted at that 21. We will see. It's trying to... I'll get my lines out of the way. Because as of now, yeah, it's trying to push up through there. It's trying to push. Come on, 6 more likes. I'd like for the party to continue, but if the interest is not there, fair enough. I'll move on with my day. But I'm good to keep the party going. We need 6 more likes, though, or the $10 super chat. I bought your book on Amazon, so there is my super chat. I do not sell a book on Amazon. I'd love to see this book that you bought, though. That's super interesting. That you bought my book. At least I don't think I'm an author. Email me, Sam. Here, I'm going to give you my links, or my email, Sam. Can you please email me what book you just bought on Amazon that you think is from me? I'm very fascinated. Yeah, thanks, Frank. Yeah, congrats on the book. I didn't realize I was an author. All right, 5 more likes. I don't know if we're going to make it. This is getting kind of sketchy. We've got about 2 minutes to get 5 more likes in order for, or $10 super chat for the party to continue. Are we going to be able to hit it? 5 more. Oh, 4 more. 4 more. There's a book out there that has my name on it. Well, email me. I want to see this book. Oh, KC. KC. Continue. Everybody better hit that super chat for Casey. He is keeping the party going. We're going to keep it going. I know there's like scam stuff like buy the clay trading course, but like they'll take my screenshot, but it's not actually the course. They're just scam sites. So like you buy the course at like a massive discount. Because I've had those people like, hey, you scammer, you ripped me off. It's like, hey, you're the one that tried to buy a apparently pirated course that wasn't actually there. Like, don't come at me. You're the one that tried to rip me off. So I love those people. I like those people that get hammered. But yeah, I was not aware that there was a book out there with my name on it. Yeah, Daller, apparently I'm an author, and I did not even know I was an author. Daller, are you going to take this right here? I'm tempted. Whoops. Oh, boy. I don't know if I can do the NQ, though. Hey, it's Ed. Ed. You made it. We are friends. Ed is the guy that I was texting with earlier that I thought we were friends. So, Ed, this is trading. Does this not look like a video game to you? So, like, if you picture this as a battlefield, this is the Age of Empires map. If you think that, you know, the one team is going to make a push to the downside, then you could go short and you would make money. But if you think the other enemy is going to make a push to the upside, then you would buy and you can make money. So right now, I'm looking for a potential break to the downside of this trend line. Because right now, Ed, you could view it like, look, the army, they're making progress. They're making progress. They're making progress, but if they come down here and break through there, that would be the sign that they have lost control of the battle. And now the other enemy is going to maybe push it to the downside. Oh, you're just listening? You can't even watch? You just got to listen? I gotta behave myself now. Ed knows me in real life. Oh, he can't watch. Okay. So now I have to behave myself. Now I have to be on my best behavior. I don't know how much I like this. I'm still a little... I mean, it's a bear pennant. I mean, we have the top of the pennant there. Boom. We have that part. We have the move down right here. If I just extend this out to make the pennant. There we go. If I put the golf hole up here for you golfers, you can see upside down pennant. I don't know. Do you take that? 2 more likes and we're at the goal. Can we get 2 more likes and we're at 110? You'll make your daughter drive. Chauffeur, just so you can watch. All right, I will take this short. I'm going to just do 1 micro because I don't really trust it a whole lot. I got a tight stop right there that I could use. So let's see if I can get, there we go. In, stop right there. Like I said, I don't know if I really trust it, but that's a nice thing about the micros. You can still get involved. Let's see if this thing wants to come down through. Next key battleground. There we go. There we go. All right, let's make sure this is a winning trade. Get that in front. So this is a winning trade now no matter what. Now I just want to see more bleeding. There we go. Going to move it down some more. Come on. Come down. Keep bleeding. Bleed. Come down. Come down. Come on. Stress-free spot to be in. My only question right now is not if I make money, but how much money am I going to make? That's a great spot to be in. Moving my stop loss down some more. I'm right above 19,500, so maybe a little bit of resistance there. That can protect me. We'll see. Why didn't I go 10 NQs? What am I doing with my life? Poor life decisions. Now, these are the breakdowns I like right here. It breaks and it goes. Come on. Give me another surge to the downside. And out. There we go. Another trade. The bear pennant for the win. There. And we're still not even at 110 likes. I'm making live trades. We're making money. Ed's here with us. And we're still at 109 likes. Can't even hit under 10. Do you buy a bid to stop loss a short? Do you buy a I don't know what you mean by you to I don't do you buy a bid to stop loss a short? I think that's the answer to that. You get out of a trade by buying. A short, you sell first and then you buy. Which daughter? If it's Jess, then I have to be extra careful of myself because she's another person that knows me in real life. The pressure's on. There we go, 110 likes. Refresh the page at 110, bro. Let's go. I see 110. Very good. Goal hit. Okay. So I don't have to be on my best behavior, just kind of best behavior. Did anybody take that, though? Did anybody take that trend line break with me? I mean, just the classic. You saw me draw it up. The classic. Bear pennant. Put the golf hole up here. There we go. Upside down pennant. Bear pennant. Break to the downside. Got short there. Trailed it with the stop. Booyah. Anar did very good. Brian is short at 512. Still in? Where's 512 at on here? Where's 512? 512? Oh, nice. You basically got in right with me. I don't remember where I got in. Good job, Brian. So Brian, he chose... Well, I didn't scalp that one. I did follow it down. So that was technically not a scalp. But Brian clearly has been giving it more wiggle room than I did. Let's go, Brian. That a boy. I did not. I mean to, but Clay, I don't know how I did this. I bought instead of short and immediately gave up my earlier profits. Uh-oh. You hit the wrong button, huh? Yeah? I've been there. I've been there. What EMAs am I using? I am only using one EMA. The green line there is the 21 EMA. The purple line is the 50 SMA. The dotted yellow is the VWAP. And the pink line is the 200 SMA. Look at this thing. Down to lows. Brian, let's go. Congrats, man. Good job. Where's your stop at now, though, Brian? Well, Frank, on the bright side, at least you're still not holding. Because if you're still holding right now, that loss would be getting bigger and bigger and bigger. I'm at $2,000 profit from the short I was talking about at the beginning of the stream. 800 more and then I'm out. So why do you need to make $2,800? Where is this $2,800 coming from? Is there like a logic behind it? Or is it just kind of like arbitrarily in your mind, 2,800 sounds like a cool number? Why 2,800? Why not 27? Or why not 2,900? Why not 3,000? Stop at 495? Okay, but yep, I see that. So Brian's stop right now is right there. Give or take. We're going to trade vicariously through Brian on this one. His entry point was up here. Gotta love it. And he's a student too. Oh, why are you not a mod? You should be a mod because I know I can trust you. All right. Let me give you mod status. If you see anything goofy, delete it. That is moderator standard. There we go. Always love when students are making that money. So I am now biased to the short side. So if you're long, I guess I will be cheering against you. What is the white line on the chart? That's the low of the day. So that'll automatically adjust. That's as low as it's been all day. Sam, did you email me the book that was written by me that I didn't know I wrote? Have you emailed me that yet? Oh, there it is. Let's see. No, that's by Tom Clay. Come on, man. Come on, man. How do I make this smaller? I'm not Tom Clay. Let me bring this over here. I don't know if that's going to... Oh, there it is. Can we zoom in here? How do I zoom in on this? By the way, Ed, you would not believe it. My internet is having issues once again. It went out for like 2 hours last night. It's unbelievable. What is up with this Iowa internet? Anyways, down there, it's Tom Clay. So no, I am not an author. Uh-oh, coming up, Brian. Come on, go back down. Stay away from a stop. Again, if you're enjoying, make sure to hit that like button. Let's get this up to 120, and I'll go another 15 minutes. So we have we have 6 minutes to get 9 likes. Or $10 in super chats. So 6 minutes to get 9 more likes, and we'll keep the party going. I'm going in 15-minute increments here. So again, 9 more likes or $10 in super chats. We got about 6 minutes. So if you are enjoying, if you want the party to keep coming, if you want some more commentating and maybe some just general thoughts on the markets, I know we've been doing pretty well. A lot of winning trades. Because it's closer to 3,000 and I need 6,000 to pass the test phase. If it goes even $1 over 3, I'll lose. I made this stop. Oh, gotcha, Kelvin. Looking for a little possible pullback. There. Oh, nice, Brian. You're still in, right, Brian? It did not hit your stop, right? Did you survive? 5th generation T-Mobile route. Yeah, I might have to look into that at this point. It's unbelievable. And it was during a webinar that I was doing last night, like right before the question and answer session, literally the worst moment in time, it just went blank. And even now I have slower upload speeds than I should, so I'm still having issues. I am so confused because I shorted when you did and made profit, but my account balance went down. Are you sure you made profit, Matthew? I guess I'm not quite sure. I shorted when you did and made profit, but my account balance went down. Yeah, I can't really, I'm not quite sure. 2 shares? You mean 2 contracts, Brian? Like you're not trading like an ETF of this, are you? Do you stream you live yard my after the YouTube one? Do you stream live yard Kelvin, we gotta work on your title. Oh, there we go. Do you stream live trading my yeah, that still doesn't help. Why don't you have 2 systems set up? Because I can't afford it, Ed. I'm trying to build a house. Drywall is expensive, Ed. I gotta save up that money for drywall screws and paint or the mud. Oh, come on. Come on, break down here for Brian. Did you move your stop at all, Brian? All right, we have about 4 minutes. I don't think we're going to hit up to 120 likes. We're only at 12. Yeah, we need 8 more in the next basically 3 minutes. Or $10 in super chats for the party to continue. Oh, nice, Brian. You're getting paid more. Okay, emailed what I saw. Let's see. What I saw. Oh, that's real estate investing. No, I no, that's when I was contributing for that site. Yeah, that's when I did a bunch of real estate investing stuff, and I contributed. I was on their podcast, which is kind of crazy because their podcast now is huge, and I think I was like guest number. I think I was one of their first 20 guests. But yeah, Bigger Pockets. Yeah, I did some authoring for them, but yeah, that's not a book. So yes, I guess I'm an author if you're defining author as has written blog posts. I have written blog posts, that is true. But in my mind, right or wrong, author defaults to like a book. And I've never written a book. Oh, I don't know. It's the Bigger Pockets podcast, but I have no idea. Yeah, I don't. That was years ago. Years ago. Come on, 6 more likes. Come on, Kelvin, your money bags. Keep the party going. Where's the $10 super chat at? Let's go. And then Sam said he bought me, he gave me a super chat because he bought my book, but he didn't. He bought a book from Tom Clay. Now it is just bleeding. Bleeding, bleeding, bleeding. Okay, 5 likes. I think we can do it. I think we can get 5 likes in the next 90 seconds. I really do think that's possible. So if you are enjoying, if you want the party to continue, hit the like button. Now we only need 4. I think we can do it. I think we can do it. I think we can do it. Maybe not. Because we still need 4. 1 minute. Can we do it? 4 in 1 minute. Oh, and then now we have the people that are taking likes away. That always happens. The trolls are like, oh, I'm going to take one away. Oh, there's 117. 3 more. Can we get 3 more? 2 more. 2 more in 30 seconds. Or a $10 super chat to save the day. 2 more in less than 30 seconds. If I take mine away and add back, does it give me 2 likes? It does not. 2 more. Uh-oh. Somebody took one away. 3 more. It's looking like we are not going to quite do it. Oh, there's 118. Can we get 2 more? Okay, we'll give a 1 minute buffer. 1 minute. I will give a 1 minute grace period here to see if we can get 2 more likes. But I can't go any further, else I'm going to lose. I'm going to lose credibility. And I mean, yeah, if we can't get 2 likes in a minute, that's about all the confirmation I need. So 2 likes, and we'll keep the party going. One more like in 30 seconds. Surely there's one like out there that we can get in the next or less than 30 seconds. Because we're getting some good action here. Look at this. Look at this bleeding. There it is, 120. Very good. Thank you. We'll keep the party going. You got out, Brian? What? Dude, you were crushing this. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Hey Clay, just up 27,000 on my 25K account on 4 days. Just wondering how much I can withdraw from these. Is that your test account? Or is this, are you in your pro account, Jalil? I don't know. Do we get some sort of bounce here? This is a pretty brutal trend line right now. Technically speaking, it's already pushing up through. I don't know. I don't really like that trend line, though. I'm going to get that out of there. I don't think I necessarily... Well, yeah, the test, you don't withdraw anything, right? You're trying to get to your pro account. The pro account is where you can withdraw money. You're in the test phase, Jalil. So, but if you're up at 2,700, then you've gone beyond what you need to do. You're taking on more risk than you need to. Because Jalil, my friend, you only need to make $1,500. So you need to get this amount up to 26,500. And once you hit there, you're good. All you need to do is then make very small little trades to log a day. So what you'll do on Monday is you'll pull up a micro and go buy, sell, or sell, buy as fast as you can. You'll either lose a couple bucks or make a couple bucks, but that will count as your trade. That will count as a day. But you have already passed. If your account is at 2,700, you've passed by $500. So you've gone 500 more than what you actually need to. So you're taking on risk, because every trade you're now taking, if you get caught, you could fail the test. But once you hit your profit target, even if you do it in a couple of days, yeah, you still got to do 3 more days, but each day should just be a quick scalp, where again, you find one micro and you buy and sell real quick. So yeah, good job on passing. Once you move to your pro account, that is where you can begin to withdraw money. $1,500. Are you going live every day and what time? Yeah, I've been getting, about what time I'm experimenting. Hey, how are we at 119? Who took away their like? I've been going live every day for the past basically month and a half, almost 2 months now, at essentially 11:15, but I've now moved it up to 11. I'm trying to figure out if 11 works, and I don't know. I'm almost wondering, do I try to move it up to like 10:45 so we can get a little bit more of the morning action live? But I don't know. I don't know if I want to keep pushing it up or not. Again, if you are enjoying, make sure you hit that like button. And also, I need to do a little bit of sales here. If you are interested, I'm offering and doing this live webinar next Thursday. So if you're interested, the tools I'm using, how I'm building consistency, how I'm managing risk, all that sort of stuff, check out the link right there. Get signed up. So that will be, like I said, next Thursday, April 3rd, 8 p.m. So check out that link. Sign up for it. What time are you with your premium? Well, I'm always premium with this. Yeah, I mean, the opening bell, I'm focused on the premium subscribers, the inner circle. So yeah, if you want to join my actual community, you can go here. That is my private community. We have a lot of really good traders in there. So you can check that out. How much is the inner circle? Click on that link. You can afford it, Frank. I made it quite affordable. And just remember, the price you see is for 3 months. That's not monthly. It is for 3 months. Move stop down to 471. Yeah, Judd, we got to get you into futures, man. When are you coming to futures prop firms? I mean, come on. You're going to, I guarantee you'll love it. Like, and this is coming from, we used to be totally on the same page. That's fair. If it's not broke, don't fix it. That's fair. I think you could at least try, though. I think you could at least try. I don't know. Shorting, I mean, look at the market. This is crazy. It's down 530 points right now. Can it really go lower? Do you guys see that timing? As I said that, the spike right there happened down. That was funny. It's like the market heard me. Did you guys see that? As I was saying, can it go lower? That quick little spike happened. That was hilarious. I mean, in my mind, I'm thinking it's time to start to think about going long because this thing is so beat down. But yeah, where are the Qs at? The Qs, are they back to lows now? Let's check out the Qs real quick. Remember that one guy was like, can you do it? Are you thinking about an APDN trade? Like, why? What is on this chart that would make you want to trade it? But let's go to the QQQ. Oh my goodness, look at this thing. Daily, almost back down to these lows on the Qs. I mean, by the way, check this out. Absolutely perfection in terms of technical analysis. There's that pink line, 200 period moving average. Broke up, look right where it got rejected. Boom. Right at that level, and now almost back down to these lows. So moving forward, question becomes pretty much next week, do we get some sort of, I don't know, double bottom, triple bottom bounce? Depends on how you want to quantify these. Is this 1 or 2 bounces? If it's 2, then yeah, do we get a triple bottom where it comes down here and then gets the bounce? I don't know. But wow. Just a complete rollover there on the Qs. SPY, I assume, is probably pretty... okay. A little bit more, so not quite as bad as the SPY. Price has got to come down quite a bit more. How's YM looking? YM is just the futures for the Dow Jones. So yeah, Dow Jones isn't getting hit nearly as hard as these other ones. So here's the, like I said, that's the Dow Jones future. Now let's take a look at the futures, the NQ for the NASDAQ, and boom. Brutal. Brutal. Whoa! Look at that. I missed it. All right. All right. Did anybody catch that? Hit that like button if you are enjoying. Let's get this at least up to 125 likes now. We've been stuck at 119 forever. If you are enjoying, if you are being entertained, if you feel like you're learning, if you've helped out to maybe see some things that, oh, I didn't even see that. If it's assisted you in maybe making a few extra bucks, hit that like button. Do you enjoy? I need the feedback. The quickest way to give me that feedback is through that like button. I caught that pop. Good job. Was there news? Did Powell say something? If anything, Trump probably tweeted something. And curious, are most people here? So a question. If you've hit the like button already, thank you. My follow-up question would be, if you have somebody that has hit the like button, are you also a subscriber to the channel? I'm curious. So you're sitting there saying, yes, I've hit the like button. And are you a subscriber to the channel? Curious. Okay, so John D, is there a reason why, or is just that something you just haven't even thought? And that's fine. Thank you for being honest. Like, I'm not upset. I would just be curious, like, what's the logic behind that, or is it just simply of, oh, I didn't even think to hit the subscribe button? Trump did tweet. What did he say, Judd? Well, is this some sort of bottom? Is this like the beginning of a... Things with Canada are going well. Gotcha. Trump's... Okay, so he must have said a couple things, because now we have somebody saying Trump said India... Highest, I think you meant. Highest tariffs. Just haven't thought. Okay, John, so... Well, John, if hitting the subscribe button, that helps. If you don't mind, that's always appreciated. Very good talk with Carney. Gotcha. So he's doing multiple tweets, then it sounds like. Thank you, John. I appreciate it. So now here begins the great debate. We have ourselves a bull flag forming. So do you take the break to the upside? That is the question. You are fighting against the overall trend down, but again, the overall trend down, I mean, goodness, it's down 500. How much more can this downtrend go? That is the question. Is anybody bullish on the breakout, or is anybody thinking they want to take that break? I'm in for 2 MNQs. Long or short? Long or short, Daller? All right, I could see some people may... All right, Daller is long. Where's your stop at? So is that what you're going to do, Ruben? Are you going to short? Was there news at 8:30 this morning? I accidentally got pickles. Okay, so here's a little tip. This is the stuff that I mean, like, just little things. Like, please, like, check out the free resources. I talk all the time about this thing called pickles called an economic calendar. An economic calendar would have told you that there was a news at 8:30. So you would have known at that point to not be in at 8:30. So it's just little things like that can make a big difference. So yes, there was definitely news at 8:30. Oh boy. Is this bull flag in effect? I mean, does it really go right back down here? Like I said, I am biased long now, and I'm not saying I have good logic behind it, but just, I mean, really? Is this market going to keep on dropping? We're already down over 500 points. But sometimes the market's like, oh yeah? You think that's a lot? Let me show you. Let me show you what I got. So Kelvin, did you ever hit your $2,800 or whatever? It's trying to hang on here. I'm more interested in the upward trend line than the lower trend line. So that was kind of more so just to try to illustrate there was a pullback here. But I would definitely say I am most interested in that upward trend line right there, seeing if we can get a break of that. No, I hit 2,000 and backed out after this decent green bar. Gotcha. Well, congrats on the trade still. It's going to drop more on Wednesday. Liberation Day. What's Liberation Day? Is that like a Canadian thing or something? What's Liberation Day? Oh yeah, April. Is that April 4th? Isn't that when the tariffs are supposed to go in effect? Everybody ready for higher car prices? I hope you bought your car now. Hit that like button for higher prices. Oh, April 4th is next Friday? Isn't that when the tariffs are supposed to go in? I don't buy new cars. Yeah, I've gotten... Look at this thing. Wow. Well, I'll keep that trend line in place, but the trend is just bear mode full blown. The purple is the 50 SMA. Stopped out, lost $59, can't get a break for longs. Good job, Dale. Way to keep it controlled. How's your day going anyways, Daler? All right, now I'm curious again. Is the like button broken? It's literally been at 119 for the past, I'm not kidding, like 10 minutes. Can it just even one person? Okay, I'm still trying to figure out live streaming and the flow of things. But I guess part of the flow can be, you can just flat out just, the likes literally stop going up for 10, 20, 30 minutes. I guess that's why that you're probably supposed to continue to remind people. So no. All right. Like I said, for those of you that are maybe new here, first off, welcome. Only been doing this for less than 2 months, so I'm still trying to figure out my way, figure out how things work, figure out, the best policies. So I am open to suggestions, as always. Look at that. And new lows. Wow. Good job, Daler, on honoring that stop, because that stop would just, or that, if you had not been disciplined, your loss would just be getting bigger and bigger. How come you're not in the trade, Ruben? Why aren't you trading? And Judd is out. I can't remember, Judd. Were you long or short? Just rolling over. I'll go ahead and get rid of that line now. You were short. Good job. I'm going to buy one there. Just one micro. See if I can get a bounce off this trend line here. I got a whole lot of wiggle room on the day. Actually, let me ask this real quick. Who here has never traded futures or has never seen futures trading? Give me a 5. You need to have the graphic that comes up now and then that says hit the like button and subscribe. Yeah, I don't know how to do that. I got to figure that out. That's a good suggestion. Hit the number 5, though, if you've never seen futures trading, or maybe you've heard of futures trading but have never done it. Does anybody here fit that category? You've never even seen futures trading. Troy, Craig, anybody else? Paul? Okay, so we have some new people here. Good. Part of the stream is I want to try to convince people to move to futures. So one of the cool things about futures is this, what I call Pam's plan, but mainly the movement and the ability to control it. So I'm going to show you the bare minimum of movement that you could get. And then if you're not impressed by it, that is okay. But then I will, look at that, right off that trend line. But then I will show you how you can maneuver and control the movement. So, how did I delete that order? I don't know. I either exit or I click the gray button up there. But let me just buy here. And for those of you that, like I said, have never seen NASDAQ trading, I want you to watch this number down here. And then just ask yourself, how do you feel about how that number is moving? Oh, no. Come back down a little bit. I guess it's just one. There we go. So watch this number and ask yourself, how do you feel about how it's moving? Now, if you're looking at that number and saying, dude, what am I looking at? That's barely budging. $1.50, 50 cents. What am I looking at? I totally get it. I totally understand. I will show you the ability to control the movement. So like I said, just watch that number. Ask yourself, how do you feel about how it's moving? We're in education mode right now. So just continue to watch that number. And just like I said, ask yourself, how do you feel about how it's moving? There we go. Getting a nice bounce. Let's put it in my stop right here. So now this will be a winning trade. I'm going to move it up some more. There we go. Keep coming up. I'm going to move it up some more. I'm going to pay myself some more as we go. There we go. Let's go. There we go. Okay. So let me quick make sure nothing else is out there. So the number down there, if you're watching that number and you're thinking to yourself, Clay, that was so slow. Okay, just keep in mind two things. Number one, I'm doing the quote-unquote slower contract type, which is known as the MNQ. M stands for micro. And on top of that, not only was I doing the slow contract, I was only doing one. So up there, that was one. So I'm doing this very intentionally to show you the absolute bare minimum of movement that you could get. Now, if you're looking at those numbers, like I said, and we're like, that, Clay, that's not impressive, I totally understand. The solution to that would be through a prop firm. If you were to go and just do the bare minimum, 25,000 buying power, that number that you saw at 1, you could have raised as high as 30. So you could have taken that up to 30. But here's the kicker, at no extra charge. Think about it with stocks or anything else. You could be making the argument right now, Clay, you can do the exact same thing. If you don't like how a stock is moving around P&L wise, just add more shares. That's true, but that actually requires more money out of your pocket because you need to be able to buy more shares. But with the prop firms, you don't need to do that because that one payment of 105, you can add. You could start at 1 and go all the way up to 30 at no extra charge. It's still 105. So that's one of those built-in things that's part of prop firms. And then on top of that, if you're still saying, well, 30 seems kind of low, well, then the other extreme of things, with $150,000 of buying power, that number that you saw at 1 there, you could raise that up as high as 150. So like I said, if what you saw there was not impressive to you, I get it. Just understand that there are ways to work that in your favor. And that is the power of futures trading through a prop firm. And for Troy, Craig, Paul, the other nice thing is within futures trading, I don't know what you guys trade, but in stocks and options, if you have less than the $25,000, you have to deal with an annoying pattern day trading rule. And there is no pattern day trading rule in futures. You can day trade as much as you want every single day. I only have one like to give you. You got it. I appreciate the humor, constructive criticism, and general chin waggle. All right. I don't know what a chin waggle is, but I'll take it. Here comes the fake green spirit from 11:30 a.m. The fake green spirit. Hey, let's get 2 more likes. Let's get this up to 125 at least. So is this a dead cat? Look at that. Right off of that trend line. Man, and that's what I actually wanted to buy too, was right down there. That's all right. Still got the nice ones right. Did anybody take that long? We got ourselves. Well, let's extend this line out here. Is this going to come into play here at all? Maybe. I don't know. Do you get short now? Oh, it's tempting. It's tempting. But it's just so beat down. Like I said, I am biased long now. Maybe I should be getting short here. Moved from red to green on that spike up. Congrats, John. Good job. All right, 126. I'd love to see 130 likes. That'd be great. 130 likes, that'd be fantastic. Get short. You get short, Calvin. You got an account. If you want to get short, get short. You tell, and if you do, let us know the price, and we'll trade vicariously through you. But I'm not getting short here. I'm long biased at this point. I might be totally wrong, but I am long biased. I am scared to short anymore. I was short on that one. Good job, Hoover. I am long biased. I may be totally wrong to still be long biased at this point, but goodness, down 550 points. Does this thing really go that much lower? I'm not saying it can't go lower, but I mean, is there really going to be another huge move down? I mean, anything's possible, but if anything, maybe like small little lower lows. So for example here, that was the low, and it did put in a lower low right there, but not a whole lot before you got to bounce. So that's why I like that trend line, because that trend line's representing, yeah, it might put in a lower low, but it's that trend line, you know, right there. where it's going to bounce? I don't know. Maybe. But yeah, I mean, a short right there at 447, that's tempting. I just can't do it, though. My bias is just, it seems like at any point this thing's going to be like, yep, this is officially the bottom. I'm always in short until it tells me different. I mean, fair enough. That is more than fair. I mean, you're going up the trend. It just seems like at this point, the trend is so exhausted that, I mean, can it really keep trending? That's my main question. And maybe it does. We've had a nice day overall, though, with the prop firm or with the live stream account. Up over what? Almost $400. For those of you that have been here from the get-go, yeah, it's been a good day. Several trades, nothing huge. I take that back. I guess we did have that one. Well, even the biggest trade was 140, that one NQ. But yeah. Now, actually, as I'm looking at this, this is actually, if this plays out some more, this is going to be creating a falling wedge, which is a bullish pattern. So I'm not going to quite call it a falling wedge yet, but, you know, give this thing another 10 minutes, get about 5 more candles. We could be looking at a very interesting falling wedge pattern, which is a bullish pattern. Doesn't mean it's going to go up, but it would be considered a bullish pattern. I'm short at 104, at 4, what? What are you trading? 10? You must mean 19. Yeah, you mean 19, not 10. At 452.75. 52.75. Oh, you're gutsy. You're short right there. I mean, you're gutsy. I mean, for your sake, I hope it goes. We'll see. Where's your stop at, Kelvin? Again, that crosshair is Kelvin's entry point. Just got out at $80 profit. Gotcha. So you're scalping it, okay? And just as an FYI, if you need to tell us what kind of contracts, right? Because nobody knows. Like, are these NQs or MNQs? I guess with the profit, you'd be able to tell that those were MNQs. So I'll retract that statement. To be fair to you, in that statement, you did put the profit, so that's fine. But if you're just like, I'm in 10 contracts, it'd probably be wise to tell people what contracts, because that does make a big difference. But yeah, like I said, to be fair, you put that in there. Ooh, I'm glad good thing you got out. You'd be in the red right now. I'm going back in at 14. Strong down wedge in the 5-minute. So you're short again, Kelvin? Again, I'm going to go ahead and call this. We officially have a falling wedge pattern, which is a bullish pattern. That doesn't mean it's going to go up, but I could see no guarantees, but a realist, because think about it. If the price can push through that trend line, what else does that imply that it's also broken through? It's also implied that it's broken through the 21 EMA. So if it can get through both of these areas, again, guarantees nothing, but does it make it valid? Is it plausible that the price can make a run up to that area right there, the big brother? Yeah, I could see that being more than plausible. Again, not guaranteed to happen, but if you were to tell me, Clay, I think a break up here sends it up to at least do battle with that, I'd say, okay, I see the logic. I see it. Don't know if it's going to happen. None of us know if it's going to happen, but at least there's logic behind it. And as I've been saying, that's the whole goal of trading. We want to be making not random decisions, but logical decisions. But that is the key question right now. Can it get the break to the upside? Or does it need to roll back over? And are we going to get a back test here before it then goes? I don't know. But right now, it's looking like it might want to. Brian is long too. At 458. Where's 458? 458. There we go. All right, Brian got long right. All right, Brian, let's go. Let's get that breakout for Brian. Breakout for Brian. Got the double whammy, though. You got that 21 EMA. You have that upward trend line. That says a great ring to it. Breakout for Brian. Let's go. And let's also hit the like button to get up to 130 likes. But breakout for Brian. Unless you're short, then you're thinking, I hope Brian's crying here in a few minutes because I want this thing to roll over. It's all about perspective. I want Brian to not cry. Breakout for Brian. Hashtag breakout for Brian. Oh, breakout for Daler. That doesn't have quite the best ring to it. At least you got in a little bit sooner than Brian. Come on, breakout for Brian, breakout for Daler. Come on, falling wedge. King Panks, thank you. Good to have you. Just subscribe. Fantastic. Appreciate it. Brian, where's your stop? Brian and Dale, where's your stop losses at? Yeah, Brian might be crying. I think he can still hang in there. He's still slightly in the green, or now he's slightly in the red. Can we get the breakout for these folks? They have put their money on the line. They are not armchair quarterback trading, which I have nothing but respect for. Uh-oh, Daler's at 149. Stop. Where's that at? Right about there. Oh, good spot, Daler. You survived. He survived. That's where Daler's stop was at, that crosshair right there. By the skin of his teeth. Come on. Break out for Brian. Break out for Brian. Break out for Daler. Do you get to keep the you made in test phase? No. No. The test phase is just to prove yourself. And those profits are simulated. Nobody's keeping any profits. There are no profits. You're in a simulator. You got to prove yourself before you go to the pro account. You profit via having the privilege of the pro account. Come on, give us that breakout. Breakout for Brian. Breakout for Daler, man. Good job. You hung in there by the skin of your teeth. Is it going to break? Come on, falling wedge. Look at this. Better than any Hollywood movie. I'm sorry. There's not a single movie that's more intense than this right here. Break out for Brian. Brian, you better still be in this thing. Okay, good. His stop was at 445. So both Brian and Daler survived that pullback. That crosshair was basically their stop losses, where the crosshair is at right now. Now they're feeling good, but they're not out of the woods yet. It's not quite got any sort of separation. It's getting stuck. So what new high are looking for after this? Well, I don't know what high you're looking for. Oh, come on. Come on now. I think the purple line is a realistic spot it could go. Volume is a little lackluster on this breakout, but this candle is still forming. Would like to see volume pick up a bit more on it, but here we go. There we go. Breakout for Brian. All right, I'm assuming Brian and Daler are moving up their stops at this point. Daler, Brian, where are your stops at right now? Breakout for Brian. Okay, maybe just a back test of the line. No problem here. The back test and go. There's the back test. So for those of you that maybe missed the breakout, if you still have confidence in it, Oh, don't do us dirty like that. Brian's a nice guy. Daler's a nice guy. Brian's stop is at the cross here, so he's giving that thing wiggle room. He's trying to give it a chance. You got to give credit where credit's due. Hoover is short. All right. We have community members. We have live chat members against one another right now. May the best mind win. Hoover is short. Brian and Daler are long. I don't know if we have any other shorts or longs in here, but let's just keep it civil. Let's keep it professional. Where did you get short at, Hoover? Let's keep it professional. Where'd you get short at? $56.25. Oh, dude, you're on the ES, man. We're on the NQ here. Uh-oh, KC's short too. All right, well. Frank got long at 465 before. I'm not thrilled at the moment, but at MNQ, so not so bad. Daler and Brian, they're still in the game. They're still in the game, seeing if this thing can break out. Seeing if we can get another push. Maybe that candle there was just because that'll break the spirits of the shorts for sure. NQ will follow. I really despise statements like that. Nothing will happen. Because if that was the truth right now, Hoover, you'd be here all in on NQ. If you think something will happen, think about it. You didn't say it might happen. It could potentially happen. There's a chance it could happen. You're like, no, it will happen. There are no guarantees. Oh, Hoover is out break even. Uh-oh. Is there a max daily profit limit on pro account? Nope. Make as much as you want. All right. All right. Come on, falling wedge. You have not been a clean break by any stretch, but not everything can be a clean break. That's why wiggle room is required. But right now, let's see. Brian and Daler, I believe, are still in. You survived the little storm right there. You survived the little wish-washy. Oh, we're almost at 3 hours. All right, if you enjoy these 3-hour streams, make sure you hit that like button. I don't know. $2 super chat, something like that. I know some of you are out of likes, so you can't hit the like. But make sure if you're not a subscriber to the channel, you hit that subscribe button. That helps. Nothing but death taxes, and taxes are somewhat negotiable. Somewhat, yes. There we go. All right, new highs. Now, is this finally where we're going to get some push through? The shorts have been devastated. They thought they were going to get a rollover. Some shorts started to apologize to the longs, thinking that they were right, and that attitude has shifted. Those shorts are now out at break even. It's just funny to see this. Funny to see the real life psychology. At what point our friend Hoover was long. Sorry, shorts. Sorry. And I understood why I said that because it was red at that moment. But the longs were like, well, just a minute, my friend Hoover. No need to apologize yet. We're still in the game. And then the tables turned, and Hoover's the one that ended up taking the break even. Oh, the psychology of the market. How great we can be feeling at one point, and how confident we can be feeling at one point, only to have things turn around on us. Did well by decreasing my position size out of fear. Still have 2 contracts. Yeah, that's good. If you're super, super nervous in a trade, your position size is probably too big. Does it want that purple line? A very, very sloppy Joe, sloppy Joe type of breakout. Man, brutal, nasty. Took profit and still long for 2 contracts. Stop at 448. I don't know if they're still here, but there's a couple of guys I've never seen futures before. Well, I don't remember their names. Troy, Craig, Paul. Are you guys still here? What do you think about futures? What you're watching? Does it seem pretty enticing? Seem pretty Pretty solid. I mean, think about the time of day. We're at 1:49 in the afternoon. You pull up stocks right now, those things are going to be like, I mean, snooze fest. Here, we're getting good movement. This movement, plenty of profits can be made. This is some good stuff. And now just chopping back and forth. So, I don't know. I don't know. I'm checking my internet speed right now again. Maybe the internet picked back up. All right, well, that's good. That's good from way back when. Upload is always a challenge. Okay, upload looks to be back. But it was not playing ball this morning, that's for sure. All right, good. So I'm assuming it has not been buffering or anything like that. Brian has stopped out. Good trade, Brian. Great job letting it try to work for you. But just a very sloppy Joe type of breakout. Again, for anybody that is interested, I am doing a free webinar this Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Talk about tools I'm using, how I build consistency, how I manage risk, and then just make sure you're operating with the right framework. A lot of people show up in the framework they're working with. Just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So that'll ensure that you get, like I said, to get you in the right type of framework. Don't sign up, though, if you're like, oh, so you're going to teach us the Holy Grail strategy? No. Oh, you're going to teach us your magic system? No. Don't be one of those people. But if you're interested, like I said, check that out. And also, I want to give this because this is, I'm on a new computer that was built for me by this company, and they're very awesome. I'm not being paid to say any of this, but I was a very, very, very big skeptic in terms of having somebody build the computer for me. And he's like, well, why don't you just share this with people? So I checked out the guide, and this is actually a really good guide. So if you're in the market at all for building or needing a new computer or wanting to build one or whatever, and you're not like a geek that knows how to build stuff, check out the guide. Very, very helpful, and it may just as well convince you to just let them build a computer for you. But make sure you check that out. Like I said, a legitimately good guide. Like as somebody that doesn't know a whole lot about computers, I read the guide and was like, okay, yeah. And well, hopefully the proof is in the pudding. I'm not being paid to share this with you. I'm not getting any kickbacks or anything like that. But like I said, they built my computer. I really enjoy it. They have great customer service. And the guide itself is very good. So, like I said, check out the guide. Did I give that link? Okay, yeah, I did do that link. So, and then, yeah, if you do want to do the prop firm stuff that I was saying, again, check out this link right here. Yes, that's a referral link. Yes, I will get something if you use it. You'll also get a good deal. You'll get the promotion. But it's just a super easy way to support the channel. So, Clay, I can't really do a super chat, but I'll use your link or I'll use the code. That's another way to support the channel, and I appreciate it. Can we get one more like? Can we get this up to 135? A nice 135. Can we get one more like as we head on the 3-hour mark? Another 3-hour stream. But can we get one more like, please? That would be great. I swear, there are always trolls. Every single time I ask for a like, they go down. Who are you? I'm just curious. Like, what's the psyche of a troll that does that? I'm just fascinated by that. All right, not looking like we're going to make it because everybody is essentially dropping off here. There, hey, 135. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Well, everybody, and the other announcement, I think, pretty sure tomorrow, I don't know the time, either, I think that would be 9 a.m. I don't know. We'll call it between 9 to 10 a.m. Eastern. I think I'm going to be back. Last week I did Saturday morning coffee where we just talked about charts, did an analysis of a bunch of different things. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to do that. We have some family coming in from out of town. But Saturday morning, I can spare an hour or so. That was pretty fun last Saturday. So keep an eye out. Again, that's why you want to turn on notifications. But I purchased your course a couple of weeks ago and loving your course. Also love. Great, Russell. Thank you. I'm glad that you were enjoying the course. And I'll send you your $20 for saying that afterwards. Can you do one more chart analysis before you go? No, I am brain dead. It's 3 hours. No. I am from India. Well, you are able to do this. You can use Take Profit Trader. The prop firm that I'm using is open to people in India. So if you want a way to get into the markets, the USA markets, then this would be a way to do it. They are open to people in India, and you would then have access to the USA markets via the USA futures markets, which is by far the best market anyways. So there you go. All of you that are in India or Canada or Europe, they are open to, they do have a list of no countries, but they're kind of like the typicals. Like if you're in Iran, sorry. Somalia, sorry. Nigeria, sorry. But yeah, check that out. But yes, keep an eye. Make sure you're on. You subscribe and turn on notifications because I will be doing Saturday morning coffee. I think tomorrow, because I tried that last weekend as an experiment. I thought it went pretty well, so I am gonna try that tomorrow. So, but everybody, if you're not there tomorrow morning, that's fine. Have a great weekend. Manage risk. Don't do anything stupid the rest of the day, because then you have all weekend to think about it. So just be very, very careful. I'm not saying to not trade, but maybe reduce position size because you don't want to give up your gains or make a red day even redder. Because, like I said, nobody wants to ruin your weekend. There's nothing worse than sitting there having to think about it all weekend long. But everybody take care. Have a great weekend. Thank you for hanging out. I appreciate it. And I'll see you back either Saturday morning tomorrow, or I'll see you back Monday at the normal time.